Debates. Open your mind.
So, a community is where you control your belief, control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, my cousin, he's a multi-millionaire, almost got $1 billion. 3 PhDs working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hit his sirens and looked to the mirror and hit his top car, flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heartbeat fast. But he knew the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your billions and your Rolls Royce with your PhD, didn't help you. That's the hood. Why do you think you never think of the paper treatment over and over? See white families, you think of thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families try as black cops? I'm not one point. I'm at the back of the head. Why do you think black cops are like think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No. They got enough sense to know that white people don't breathe. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we were not tolerant. Now, if we were organized, which is hard to organize people who are just going to run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro. And we said, look, we saying if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that any time a cop or anybody carry a gun, you have to have a license just like you to drive a car. And if you use it wrongly, you lose your license. And if it's uphill, you can never work again as a cop or a store boy or some private detective. Now, how do you get Congress to protect you? You take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young, and old, and say, this coming Christmas, we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law. We call it for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and the start on Thanksgiving. 79% of all retail in America happens from Thanksgiving and Christmas. People did business all year. Those money just for Christmas, Well, what happens now? Like they got Toys R Us, Sears over, Westinghouse. They will get the deal, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, Senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power with the system that wiped us out so bad.
Open your mind.
And peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old TPOT YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses is here. Boy, I got a good one for y'all tonight, boy. Y'all have requested this for many, many months. Y'all have been asking me, X, when you gonna have some females up on here debating? Well, because I am y'all genie, y'all wish will be fulfilled. Yeah. So tonight we throwing down, man. We got Lady Paulina versus Lady Nachael tonight. Lady Paulina is a MBA and Lady Nachael is an attorney. And as you can see down there, we will be debating tonight, or should I say they will be debating, was or is integration necessary? Very good topic. Lady Paulina says yes. The lawyer, Lady Nachael, says no. So it's going down tonight. I know y'all looking at the clock. Y'all like, damn, X early as much as he late. But the reason why I'm starting early, because y'all know Thursday we did the draft for the debate league, and my man Jay Shine, I talked to him and he wanted to come on the air and do his picks because he wasn't there on Thursday night. So we're gonna go ahead, let my man come on, do his picks. All right, let him come up here, do his debate picks, and then we're gonna go into the debate and get the ladies to throw down. All right. But before we get started with all of that, as always, I like to start the show off with thanking all you good folks, man, for, all of your support. You good folks out there, man, y'all support this platform so much, man. I mean, y'all give me cash apps and PayPals and shit like that, even when I'm not on the air, And those of you who do it, you know who you are, man. You know who you are. And look, man, I got the best goddamn audience in the world because y'all look out for this platform so much, man. Y'all have been looking out for this platform so much. And I mean, with your support, your subscriptions, your likes, your views, your shares, and of course, your hard-earned coins. You do all of this, man, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it, but you choose to do it. You choose to do it, man. And as always, man, I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I'm honored, man. And I thank all of y'all, man. I'm appreciative, man. And I just want to thank all y'all good folks, man, for the support that y'all provide to the TPOT YouTube page, for the support that you provide to the platform, and ultimately the support that you provide to me. And for that, I thank you. All right. All right. So let's get at it, folks. I see my boy Jay Shine. Is he already? Let me bring my man up. Oh, good look on that app, brother Ricardo. Appreciate that, man. Good look on that, brother. We ain't even started yet, brother Ricardo dropping cash apps. Good look on that, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, brother Jay Sean. What's good with it, man?
Shit, yo, what's up, bro? What's going on?
You know it. You got it. Hold up. Let me get the background right. Let me get the background, man. I got the integration shit up here because I got the ladies coming on in a little while. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Before the first female debate.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. As Brother Art would say, bam. All right. So now, I don't know what you want to do. I think everybody's familiar with the list. So we already know. I'll pull the list up here.
Okay.
Because I have it here.
Yeah, I just wanted to announce my picks, you know what I mean? So, got on the record because I missed the last stream. I missed the draft. So
all right, let me pull it. Let me pull it up. Oh, that's the old list. I gotta pull up the revised copy.
Okay.
That's the old shit. Yeah, that's the old shit right here.
You want me to put it up? Because I got it.
Let me see. There it is. All right. Now, those of you who were not here, this is who is left. All right. This is who is left. The truth as I know it. Action potential. Benjamin D'Souza, the OGJ Speed, RBR. Also, who's left? Brother Rob, Brother Moses, CRU, Professor Cerulean, the General, Brother Pdat, DJ Kuda, Keith Lamont, and Rael's pick. And that's it. So go ahead and announce your picks for everyone to know. Get it on the record, Brother Jay Shine.
All right, well, I already first pick went to Brother Moses.
Brother
right.
Moses.
Yeah, the great Brother Moses. One of my favorite brothers out here.
All right.
He don't know that, he knows it now. Another brother that I like a lot, that I've been listening to, and he talks real good up on these YouTube streets. Benjamin D'Souza. My second pick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. My third pick was my brother, my brother in arms, Cerulean, the Commander Gray.
All right.
Excuse me, the Commander Cerulean Gray. And my final pick was the OGJ Speed. So that's my 4.
All right.
That's my 4.
It is. That is Team J Shine. Team J Shine is Benjamin D'Souza, Brother Moses, the Professor Cerulean, and the OGJ Speed. Now, as y'all know, when we did the draft on Thursday, if you want to find yourself entered into it, or if you want to be announced as a captain, these are the people who are left. The Truth Is I Know It, Action Potential, RBR, Brother Rob, CRU, The General, Brother Pdat, DJ Kuda, and Keith Lamont. That's who is left. All right. All right. Now y'all know we're going to do some swapping trades, down the road. You can work that out with your captains, or captains of the team can talk to other captains and figure it out for themselves.
Hey,
but that's what we got going on.
Don't call
Go
me.
ahead.
If you call me, hit me up. We can talk about chicks, money, traveling, whatever. But I ain't talking about no trades. I ain't trading nobody. My team is solid. My team is solid. I like my squad. My squad is thorough. Right? That's 4 thorough brothers. I got that.
All I ask is that if you want trades or you do some trades, please let me know so I can update the list, because I want to keep the list updated. I want the list to be current all the time. So anybody who's a captain and y'all do some swaps or some trades, or you get somebody new on your team, just make sure you hit me up. Let me know. If you got my number, call me. If you don't, hit me an email, something like that, so I'll know what's going on, so I can update the roster. All right. Okay. That is all, folks.
That is all, man. Thanks for letting me come up here and give my drafts and my draft picks. And it's always good to talk to you. Shout out to the chat room. I see Dre up in here. Oh, man, Kenny up in here. And listen, man. Listen, I just want to say this. My squad is thorough. I just want to say it one more again. My squad is thorough. You understand me? For those cats who left those dudes behind, y'all going to regret that shit. If y'all don't know about Brother Moses and Benjamin D'Souza, then y'all sleep. Yo, hey.
Well, that's why we did it, man. We did it because why? We want the teams to be mixed up, and everybody got good people on the teams. Everybody's got a pretty. I'm interested to see how it goes down, man. There's some pretty good squads out there, man. It is. It's some good squads.
I got the OG.
Some good squads, man.
I got the Professor. All right.
Some good squads out there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We want to see. We want to see how it goes.
You tell Mr. Fantastic coming from. Talking that shit. You tell Mr. Fantastic. I said.
You heard that, Brother Fantastic.
You know how to get in touch with me, but I
don't want called out already.
Mr. Fantastic, I ain't taking no phone calls, nigga. You know what I mean?
Team Fantastic being called out already.
Already, nigga. Already. I see a squad.
Already.
I see a squad. You know what I mean? I see a squad, man. You know what I mean? Ramil's squad is you got a nice little squad too, man. But Trey, your squad is barbecue chicken. So look, I'll let you get on with your show, brother. I just want to come up here real quick. I just want to come up here real quick, you know what I mean, and holler at the fam. What's up? I see the ghost in the house.
Yeah, OG here. I spoke to OG earlier on the phone. So yeah.
Hey, OG, I told X to tell you I was Uncle Jay. I want you.
You know, so and the OG, he's gonna I don't know what. I guess RBR had tried to pick him or draft him or something. I don't know what the hell was happening, man. RBR is crazy.
RBR be doing
RBR is crazy.
RBR does what RBR wants to do.
RBR is crazy.
And what time you baking
yeah.
tonight?
We supposed to start now. I'm about to send the ladies the link right now. My timekeeper, I don't even know who the hell that is. That's somebody that BMT was supposed to be grabbing. She was supposed to hit me up, you know, so I can send her the link, but I don't even know who my timekeeper is. I have no idea who that is. None whatsoever. So I'm gonna find out when y'all find out. All right, because I don't even know who my timekeeper is, y'all. I have no idea.
Hey, Mr. Brother Phil James, you're gonna be waiting a long time, bro.
He said, "Master Teacher RBR to be drafted." Everybody passed him up the other night. They passed him up, man. Passed him up.
Yeah. All right, so all right, that's all I got, man. I'm gonna go ahead. You want me to hang out with you until the girls show up, or
it's up to you. You can. It's all good. Cause, like I said, I don't even know who my damn timekeeper is. I have no idea who my timekeeper is.
I thought it was BMT. Was it BMT?
Somebody. No, he's supposed we're gonna have a female timekeeper. And he said he had somebody.
Okay.
He said he has someone, but
so this is
he never got around to telling me who it was.
So this is Black Girls Rock Night. Okay.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna find out when y'all find out. God damn it. As a matter of fact, let me call his ass right now. Find out what the hell is going on. Because my other debater is not here. So because BMT helped me set this girl debate up and shit. You know, shout out to brother BMT. Because he helped me set all this up. But he was supposed to get me a female timekeeper. So,
where the sisters at, man?
I don't know.
They should be here by now. There's a meeting in the ladies' room.
Find out what's going on. Brother
Exactly.
BMT.
Exactly, OG. Exactly. Props to you too, sir.
BMT. What's good with it, man? Yeah, where's the lawyer? Where's the lawyer and the timekeeper?
Hey, salute, Doc Man Jeff. What's up, brother?
All right. I'm gonna send it. I'll send it to you right now.
Man, Doc Man Jeff.
Tell him it's on. Get the behinds over here.
Salute to my Geechee family. Right. Salute to Jonathan Phillips in the house. What's up, bro?
Yeah. All right, we got a little bit of a delay, y'all, because
it's
my damn female timekeeper ain't here. God damn it. God damn it. I know Lady Paulina's gonna come because I've been corresponding with her over the last couple of days, so she good. We good with her, but I don't even know who my timekeeper is, y'all. I ain't even bullshitting y'all. I have no idea who she is. Hopefully it ain't somebody I despise. God damn it. Hopefully not. Hopefully she's not someone that I despise. Let's hope. Let us hope it's not somebody I despise. Well, I'm gonna send over the link now. Hopefully we can get this on the road in the next few minutes, folks. Because I see y'all piling in here, boy. Y'all in here tonight. Y'all want to see this shit, huh? Yeah, they want to see it. They want to see it. Well, I'm glad y'all here, though. Y'all
integration
folks.
Necessary. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Is integration necessary? Okay, that's a deep conversation right there.
Yeah, man.
Deep conversation.
You know, once again, man, shout out to brother BMT, man, because he helped me put this female debate together, man. Because this is something that I've been trying to do for months. I've been trying to get the girl on girl up in here for months. Brothers have been asking me constantly, "Oh man, when you gonna get some girls to debate? X, when you gonna get some girls?" So finally, it has happened, and you know, because I like giving the brothers what they ask for, and we're gonna throw down, man.
That's what's up.
We're gonna throw down. We're gonna see how it go. We're gonna see how it go.
Yeah.
We're going to see.
I got a question for you, X. I got a question for you, X. I'm gonna put you on the spot. If since we got some extra cats out here to be drafted, could we I'll give it a couple of days, I guess, or a week or so. But if no one else steps up to be a captain, or these cats are still sitting there, what about a reserve pick? You know what I'm saying? Just in case. Somebody can't make it.
We talked about that. Like some free agency or some extra wild card picks. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's what 6 teams, so that's like 6 more picks each. I mean, 6 more picks. 1 more pick each. So that kind of clean up the board. You know what I mean?
We are flexible here at the old TPOT debate league. We are very flexible. We're a very flexible organization. We're a very flexible organization. So It's all good. It's all good. So now we just sitting here waiting for the ladies to come in.
I just got some good news, man. I just saw it on my phone. The brother who shot at the police out in Louisville. They dropped the charges on him. So,
good.
Yeah, man. Good. So that's some bullshit. They tried to charge this man with murder. Are you serious? It's just crazy. I mean, these people, man, they on some different shit. It's like Constitution doesn't even matter. It's I'm white, I say so. They just making this shit up as they go.
And they were at the wrong house. They were at the wrong house.
Yeah, they did a no knock. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they say. They try to lie and say they announced themselves, but it's a no knock warrant. So why would you now announce yourself for a no knock warrant? No knock warrant means you just busting the door. So anybody busting my door, they catching that Remington or that Mossberg. You understand me? A similar situation happened in Richmond, Virginia, where a brother shot a cop. Actually shot. He shot a cop too, but he actually shot a cop, and the cops are mad because he got off because of castle doctrine. You know what I mean?
Wow.
There's a castle doctrine. How are you going to have a castle doctrine in most of these states? It's like 28 states have a castle doctrine. How are you going to have that in most of these states, especially these conservative states? And then you're going to have no knock warrants. It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? And then and if something goes wrong, you blame the person didn't even know he was coming. And shoot. And shot wild all in the house, and even shot into the next apartment. I mean, these cats are reckless, man. There's no excuse for this shit, man. None at all. But the police down there big mad right now. Our brother, Judge Stevenson, holding us down. We need to make sure he's protected and taken care of, because a lot of our black judges who do the right thing end up disbarred or dead. And I'm talking real shit right now. All right, I'm talking real shit. There was a Muslim sister judge who was going at the cops in New York, and then she mysteriously ended up committing suicide in the river. So this is how real shit gets. You know what I mean? So this is not something to celebrate. This is work. You know what I mean? And that brother needs to be protected for real. He's been a rider for a long time. He's been throwing cases out. He's been letting brothers out on bail as it's supposed to be. Olu Stevenson. I keep calling Stevenson. Olu Stevens. Excuse me. He needs protection. So any brothers out in that space, they need to be protecting him. All right? Don't be if you on YouTube, I don't want to see you on YouTube if you live in that area. It's time for your shift. If he lived in my area, I'll protect him. You see what I'm saying? That's how serious I am about it. That brother needs to be protected, because the police are big mad at his ass right now. All right? And they run all kinds of, dirty operations, and they do all kind of gangster shit and kill, and people come up missing. So I'm not wishing this on my brother. I'm just talking real shit. That brother needs to be protected. All right, because they big mad out there right now. If this case didn't go, matter of fact, remember when they talked about this case locally, they didn't even talk about what happened to the girl, the sister. It was all about, the Judge Stevens giving his brother bail. That was the big story. That's how the local media worked with the police and took their side in the situation. They didn't even talk about the sister being murdered. The sister in her house naked, in her house safe, but she's supposed to be safe, and get shot up in her home crib. She was the afterthought. So this is what we're dealing with out there. You know what I mean? So that judge needs to be protected, man.
Yep. And I believe our timekeeper has arrived. I just got And I just got word from Lady Paulina. She gonna be up here in about 5 minutes. She just hit me up to let me know that. So y'all just hold your horses. Don't get impatient on me, folks. Lady Paulina says she'll be up in about 5 minutes. Now we just waiting on the attorney, Lady Nachael, and we gonna throw down. What's good, Lady Nikki?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Freaking
Good.
BMT didn't even tell me who the damn timekeeper was. I mean, he kept that a secret all week.
It's me. It's me.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. We just waiting for Lady Paulina, who should be here in about 5 minutes. I just heard from her. She hit me up and let me know that she's gonna be in about 5. Now we just waiting on Nachael, wherever she is.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay. What's good, brother Perfect Black? I see you up there, man. What's going on, brother? So yeah, that's what we're waiting on now. I'll explain the rules once all the other ladies get here. This is the TPOT first female debate. I mean, and we've done, I don't know how many debates. I lost track. We've done, because we do them every week. Sometimes we do 3 in a week, but this is the first one that we're doing with all girls. So I want to see how this rolls out. I do. I want to see how it rolls out. And it's a good topic too. So it should be good. It should be good. It should be good. Okay. As far as the timekeeper duties, have you ever watched any TPOT debates before, Lady Nikki?
I have not, but I do know how to do the time. So but just tell me like how long, I need to know, because that wasn't specified. So I definitely want to know how long each person gets.
Okay. Well, this is what we do. I'll explain these rules again, when the other ladies get here, but as timekeeper, you're just responsible for, making sure they stay on time. Once the time is over, right, you have to call time, because, in a debate, people like to run over. So once their time is up, you let them know, hey, look, time's up. Next person go. So I'm going to be relying on you for that. Now, I need you for the opening statements. I need you for the rebuttal rounds, because after the rebuttal rounds, we go into something called rapid fire. Rapid fire, there's no clock, there's no timekeeper. That usually lasts maybe 30, 40 minutes, no matter how long it's going. And then we get into something called final statements, and that's when I'll need you again. I'll bring you back up again for final statements. All right. So it's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's hard, but I am relying on you, though. I'm relying on you to make sure they stay within a time limit. All right.
You're gonna give me the time limit? What's their time limit?
Oh yeah. Well, the opening statements are 7 minutes per debater. And then after that, when we go into the rebuttal round, each debater gets 5 minutes, and we do a little back and forth on those 5 minutes for maybe about an hour. Then we go into rapid fire, where they just kind of can go at each other. No timekeeper, no nothing. And then at the end, we do 7-minute closing statements as well. All right. So, but I'll be calling it out throughout the debate.
You cut out the first part. You were cutting out when the opening statement is how many minutes? I said you cut out
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
Okay, gotcha.
7 minutes per debater. Rebuttal rounds are 5 minutes per debater. And then when we do closing statements, those are 7 minutes per debater. All right.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
All right. I see Lady Nachael has arrived. Bring her up. Lady Nachael has. Lady Nachael, what's good with it? What's good with it? Oh shit, she's frozen. She's frozen. She's frozen. You're frozen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lady Nachael? I don't think she can. I don't think she can hear me. You might have to go out and come back in, Lady Nachael. You might have to go out and come back in If you can hear me. Can you hear me, Jay Sean?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Lady Nachael, you might.
Yeah, she's
You might
frozen.
have
She's
to
not
go out
doing
and
it.
come back in.
She's frozen, man.
All right. I think she heard that.
Yeah. Well, shit, I'm gonna get out the way,
So
man.
now
I'm gonna let
all
you
right.
do your
Yeah,
thing with the
man.
ladies, man. And good to see Miss Nikki. Very good to see her. But I'm gonna get her and get up out of here. And
All right.
let the ladies do their thing, man. But y'all all wash your hands, okay?
You too.
All right, everybody wash your hands, okay? I'm out.
All right. Peace, my brother. So now we just waiting for the ladies to come in. Like I said, Lady Paulina says she's coming in a minute. Michelle had to go out and come back in. Yeah, no. Shout out to my man BMT, man. My brother BMT, man, is responsible for this, man. You know what I mean? You know, he helped me put this together. So shout out to my brother BMT, man, helping me put together the first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page, man. You know. And ladies might be having a little bit of technical difficulties. So we'll see what's going on here. See if anybody wrote me and said anything. Sometimes y'all know how the StreamYard is, man. StreamYard is funny sometimes, man. It's kind of janky. I'm thinking about switching to Zoom, you know, because this StreamYard shit, man, is proven not to be all it's cracked up to be. Proven not to be worth just $25 a month you paying for it either. It's proven not to be that, folks. Yes, it is. But shoot, let me piggyback off of what Brother Jay Shine was saying, man, because I agree, man. Wash your hands, stay safe out there, man. I want y'all to be alive, man. You know, I want y'all to be alive. Oh, there's Lady Paulina. There she is. And her screen is black. Lady Paulina, can you hear me? Lady Paulina? What the hell is going on? Oh, damn. Lady Paulina, can you hear me? You got the circle spinning on us. Can y'all hear me out there? Because it might be on my damn end. Knowing my setup. Can y'all hear me out there? Yes? No? Maybe so. Lady Paulina, can you hear me? Bring the shell up. Okay, they hear me out there. Lady Nachael, can you hear me?
Over there, please.
Lady Nachael, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, Lady Paulina,
yes, I
can you hear me?
Here we go.
Okay. Lady Paulina, can you hear me? And there's our timekeeper. Lady Nikki, can you hear me?
Issues hearing.
Can you hear me, Lady Nikki?
No.
Lady Nikki? You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. Give me a minute. I'm going to go out one more time and come back in because I can't hear you.
Okay. Lady Paulina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Good. And Lady Nachael, you can hear me, right? Yes, I can see you too. I can see you.
I'm trying to get, okay, I was trying to log back in because I couldn't hear. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see Lady Nachael. Y'all can hear me. Our timekeeper is having some difficulties though.
Oh man. Okay. Let me
She
see.
says she's gonna drop. She says she's gonna drop down, right?
Okay.
Lady Nikki.
Let me go back to this.
I don't know what the hell happened.
I'm gonna say for me, it's me trying to learn this Android phone. I don't have a clue.
Okay, our timekeeper dropped down.
Okay.
Hopefully she comes back and we can get this thing started.
Okay, I'm going to put in my earbud because I want to see. Can you hear me okay? Can you guys hear okay? Okay.
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I done broke a sweat trying to get this video together. I'm like,
I can hear you.
I'm like, oh God.
7, 8. What's good with it? What's good with it, Lady Paulina? It's been a while. It's been a while.
I know it's been forever.
Yes. How you been?
Oh my God. Busy. I've been working completely. Oh my God. I've been so busy with work, with, remote teaching, with this whole quarantining. And, I'm in Michigan, so it's really intense for us. Like you go out some days, it looks like a ghost, just a deserted area. And then sometimes of the day, you're like, now, wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to be sheltering at home?
Well, everything's opening back up now. I mean, everything I know here, they done pretty much opened up everything. So, we're going to see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I just want my folks, while y'all out there, man, to be safe, man. Be safe, man, because ain't nobody going to care about us like us. So be safe out there.
Yes.
Be safe out there.
And there was a,
while we're waiting for our timekeeper to get
okay.
No, I was just going to say, while we're waiting for our timekeeper to get going, I was going to go ahead and explain the rules to y'all.
Okay.
Explain the rules to everybody else. Many of you that are here, you watch these debates all the time, so y'all know what the rules are. So let me explain them to the folks who do not. We start out 7-minute opening statements. Each debater has 7 minutes to lay out their premise. That's our opening round, our opening statement round. After that, we go into something called the rebuttal round. And each debater has 5 minutes to rebut. And we go back and forth like that for a little while. And then we take a little break. And when we come back, we go into something called rapid fire. Rapid fire, there's no clock, there's no timer. The debaters get to engage one-on-one, mono. We do that for a little while. Then we come back and we do something called closing statements, where the debaters have 7 minutes for closing arguments. And if the debaters have time at the end of it, we will be taking questions from the chat room, and y'all know how it go. Those questions are to be super chatted or cash apped, or I don't read them. That's how it goes. Lady Nikki, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. I'm ready.
Good. Nachael just dropped off again, so I don't know what the hell happened to her. But we're gonna get this together before it's all over, hopefully. What happened to Nachael, brother BMT? She dropped off again. So we'll be waiting for her, I believe.
Hey.
So this is what I'll do. Tonight to debating, was or is integration necessary? Lady Paulina says yes. Lady Nachael says no. So Lady Nachael is the negative. So the negative always goes first in open statements. So we need to get her behind back up here, because she'll be going first, because she's the negative, and Lady Paulina is the affirmative. Y'all know how we do it here. So we need to get her up on here, because it's her turn. What's that? Oh, come on, Jonathan. You wrong for that one, man.
What did Jonathan say? Let me get my iPad together so I can read these comments.
You wrong for that one, brother Jonathan. You're wrong for that one, man. He said Nachael been drinking hard again. You for that one, man. She might have, maybe her phone or her computer or whatever went dead, man. Because she was just here. So Obviously, she willing to square circle because she was just there. So we're assuming she having some technical problems, or you know, maybe the right something like that. Y'all know how this internet stuff is, man. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how this internet stuff go. Plus y'all watch me. Y'all know my stuff messes up a lot. Oh, know what I'm saying? My stuff messes up a lot. I don't know what happened to it. Though. I mean, everybody's here. Timekeeper here. Lady Paulina is here. But somehow, Nachael has dropped off. Where you at, Nachael? Come on. Damn it. Because it's her turn. She goes first. She's the negative. She goes first. She goes first. Well, let me do my spiel that I hate that I gotta do before every damn debate, but I have to do it because this is what it is, and this is the world we live in. So hold on for a second there, ladies. First, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Those of you who watch these debates all the freaking time. All right. Fans of Lady Paulina will not be disrespecting Lady Nachael. Likewise, fans of Lady Nachael will not be disrespecting Lady Paulina. Y'all know how we do it here. We're gonna do the same thing we do with the brothers because I'm putting the same parameters and rules on the ladies tonight. So I'm putting the same parameters and rules on my audience tonight. Y'all know how I do it. You don't get to disrespect people that come in my house. You just don't. I don't let you disrespect the folks in my house. Y'all know how it is. I know over here, this is a male-centered, a male vibe spot, and I get it. I know the brothers, but they in my house tonight, and they throwing down in the digital square circle on the TPOT YouTube page, so my debaters will not be disrespected, and neither will my timekeeper. All right? I'm just saying, because y'all already know. Y'all already know. You might get one or two words out before.
That's cold.
And it goes for you ladies too. It goes for the ladies too. You might get one word out before.
Fatality.
I'm just saying. That's how we do it here. Y'all already know. Don't play no games. Don't play no games up in here. The disrespected will not be tolerated. All right? All right. So just watch the damn debate. Enjoy the debate. Y'all have been asking me about a female debate for like 4 months now. I finally deliver you one. Don't make me have to block your ass. Y'all know I got that Streamlabs bot in the chat as well. You say something crazy, the bot's going to throw you out. All right? So just watch the damn debate and enjoy it. All right? All right. Damn it. So, oh damn, now I done lost my timekeeper too. Timekeeper done fell up off of here. What the hell? This is crazy.
I'm just glad I made it. No.
Yes.
Everyone's
Well,
using the internet
I
now.
wasn't worried. I wasn't worried about you, Lady Paulina, at all. I wasn't. I knew you was gonna be here on time and be here and all that. I wasn't even worried about that. I said that at the beginning. I was like, well, I don't have to worry about Lady Paulina. She gonna be here. But it appears that my timekeeper and my other debater are experiencing technical difficulties. So they are making us stand by. See, I don't like this crap, man. All right? I don't like this stuff. And she was just on here too. What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
I made sure I plugged up the
That's
power, so I
crazy,
don't
right
know.
there. I mean, maybe they wasn't prepared. Maybe they looking for a plug. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother Jonathan. I mean, where the hell is Nachael at? Where the hell is she at? That's crazy. Don't make me have to sub some people in. Don't make me have to sub. I see my folks out there. I see Lady Ruby out there. I'm going to bring Ruby up as a sub.
Don't sub because you may have her. She may be coming in.
Come on, come on. Don't make me sub, folks. Don't make me do it. Don't make me. Oh snap! Oh, good look on that Cash App, brother James. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, man. Good look on that.
I think I just want to shout out the chat room. The chat room is very active. Thank you guys for coming in. Y'all excited. This is exciting me. I'm ready to get it going.
Yeah. Shoot. Paulina ready to throw down. Y'all messing around, boy. Shoot, they might have got scared. Lady Nachael might have got scared. She's like, oh shit, I gotta go against her. Never mind.
No, she's trying to get the connection again.
Never mind. She's like, never mind. I've seen it happen. I've done enough of these, boy. I've seen a few of them running scared. So, man, don't mess this up for me, y'all. This is the first. Mm-hmm. This is a first right here, man. I don't want it falling apart. I just don't. You know? Yeah, exactly, brother Perfect Blackness. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I agree.
Got everybody here. You know? Brother Philly said they're afraid of bringing the X.
Man, that's why it would be great for
Lady
Nachael
Paulina
to join.
Scared them off. I don't know. Scared them off. Oh, there she goes. She back. We talking shit about her. She back.
Come on, sis. Come on, sis.
She's back. She's back. She's back. Lady Nachael.
My apologies, everyone. We're having a few.
Are you back with
issues.
us?
We are back. We're trying to get the laptop up. Hello, how are you doing?
Okay.
Girl.
Yes, this has been a hot mess. This corona
it has. Yes, it has.
Okay. Okay, I had some problems with my laptop. You have to set an appointment to go to Best Buy now. I'm sorry?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You have to set an appointment.
I don't know where our timekeeper is.
Let the chat room be the timekeeper.
You know, I don't know where our timekeeper is. God, it's not going to be right. I always have a timekeeper. Now I'm a timekeeper. No.
Nikki coming back.
No. She better, because I'll sub her out. Any ladies in my audience want to come up and be timekeeper? Let me know. Come on in. Keep the clock. I know somebody out there want to be timekeeper. Now that we finally got our debaters in here. Any lady in the audience who wants to be timekeeper, let me know. I will use you for a backup until and or if Nikki returns. Come on, I know there's somebody. See, I'm trying to make it official because I know I can get a brother to do it, but I'd prefer to have a lady come up and do it, to make it, the way it's supposed to be. Come on. Somebody out there. Somebody. None of you
X, did you
ladies want
give
to
our
be backup
introduction?
timekeeper. None of I'll let y'all do it. I'll let y'all do it.
I was gonna say that
I'll
can
let you
pass
introduce yourselves if you want.
If you want
If that's what you want.
Cheryl can go first.
All right, we'll do that.
I'm still waiting to get on the laptop. I have some materials on there, so I defer to her.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go. Okay, so for those who don't know me,
Go ahead,
I am Paulina Johnson. You ready? You got our time? Oh, okay. You took me off video. Okay, so for you guys who don't know me, my YouTube channel is Paulina Johnson MBA. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, Achieve Against All Odds. I'm an author, motivational speaker. But my educational background is I used to be an application developer. I have an undergrad degree, a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, and I also have a master's degree in business administration. For the past 20 years, I have been in corporate America as a sales manager. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting because not only do you guys have us debating on this topic, you also have two educated people. So, I just kind of wanted that to be known. Like, this is a great debate that's going to happen. So, that's all I had to say. And don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
All right. That's right. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Lady Nachael, you wanna lay down something? We can pass a few minutes until we get a timekeeper. Okay. You up, Lady Nachael?
Well, I'm from a part of the world called Como, Texas. It's right outside of a little town called Funky Town, Fort Worth, Texas. I am a magnet school graduate. I went to Duke University undergrad where I majored in English and African American studies. I had a dual degree. I also went to George Washington Law School, graduated there in 3 years. I won't say what year, but I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas. I do commercial and real estate, both litigation and transactional practice. So I've been in corporate America for about 20 years, and I've worked for some of the best and brightest corporations, both in-house and as outside counsel during major civil litigation. So I've worked with self-made millionaires like Comer Cottrell, the founder of Proline Corporation, the maker of Just For Me and Soft and Beautiful. I was in-house counsel for Stafflin Corporation, which is very unique green technology company in upstate New York. And I'm back here in Texas because I have 3 beautiful children that the 2 oldest are in college and the youngest one will start college in the fall.
All right, come on.
So let's go on with this.
Just want y'all to see.
Y'all see that?
Just want y'all to know.
You see the type of Do y'all see the type of women I bring to y'all? Y'all ask me for a female debate, and look at the type of ladies that X brings to y'all. You see that? Do you see that? God. Y'all ask me for something, and I overreach, man. I overachieve for you folks. All right? You just hear these ladies' resumes? Come on, man. Where you gonna get that at anywhere else? Where? Except on the TPO YouTube page. You know. So are any ladies out there willing to be the damn timekeep? Yes or no? Because it doesn't look like Lady Nikki's coming back. Because I know I got ladies in my audience. Lady Ruby, you want to be the timekeeper? Lady Bat, Miss FedEx. Come on. Somebody. Anybody. Nobody. Y'all foul, man. Not one lady out there that's willing to be a timekeeper for me for this. Not one. Y'all telling me?
They cooking. They gonna be in and
Is that
out.
what y'all
No.
are telling me? Oh God. Lady Ruby, you can't be my timekeeper, Lady Ruby. Y'all ain't right. Oh boy, Miss FedEx, she cooking too. Oh, now everybody cooking. All of a sudden, everybody cooking. All of a sudden, everybody's cooking. Ah, damn it. All of a sudden. Come on, man. Somebody, anybody. What about you, Tia? Tia, you want to come up and be my timekeeper?
Advocate.
Come on. All right. You know what? That's it. I'm going to do it because I'm not going to hold the ladies here all night while everybody figure out what the hell they want to do. So this is how we're going to do it. I'll go ahead. I'll keep the time myself. All right. Being that you're the negative, that you're against the whole integration thing, you are the negative, Lady. Oh, damn. You are the negative, Lady Nichelle. So you will be going first. Okay. You got 7 minutes on the clock.
Negative.
You got 7 minutes on the clock. Yes.
Oh, I know she was going to go first. I'm still setting up here. No, she has to go first. Pretty please.
No, the negative goes. The negative goes first. The negative goes first. The affirmative goes second. That's how we do it here.
I'm so being. Ask the question. Ask the question.
The question is, was or is integration necessary? And it was my understanding that you think it is not. Did you hear me?
I'm so trying to get this computer set up. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. What did you say? What was your question?
I said the debate topic is, was or is integration necessary? And it's my understanding that you think it is not.
Actually, my understanding, my presentation is on why we have to integrate our business and to diversify our businesses in order to maximize return on investment. That without
I was told that you were against integration.
This is what I've said. I've said one of the things about when we integrated, what we did, we abandoned African American businesses. As consumers, we abandoned African American businesses. That materially hurt our professionals because we suddenly found ourselves in a situation in which
hold it. Let that be your opening statement, okay? Because I know where you're going with it. So go ahead, let that be your opening statement. Because you have to go first. That's the rules.
Okay.
The negative goes first. The affirmative goes second. That's how we do it here, all right? You got 7 minutes on the clock. You up. Go.
Okay, one of the problems with integration is that we lost our own ability to take care of ourselves. We lost our doctors. We lost our Black hospitals. We lost our own sense of educational achievement. Many of the best professors who used to be at Fisk, who used to be at Howard, who used to be at Spelman, they left to go to Harvard, Yale, the Stanfords, the Berkeleys. So we lost an educational quality that we once had with respect to our hospitals. Nowadays, we're looking at the coronavirus epidemic. We're seeing a disproportionate number of African Americans passing away. There's a young lady in Texas. She's about a year old. She is currently fighting for her life because the Caucasian-owned hospital wants to kick her out, and we don't have a Black hospital to take her in and give her the life-sustaining care that she needs. Right now, our whole system, what we're seeing across the nation is our children are not being exposed to the level of professionalism that they once found in their communities. Used to get up, when I grew up, a judge lived behind me, a couple lawyers down the street, because we lived in a segregated community. People chose not to leave out of that community. They were mentors for the children. You live down the street from your Black school teacher. You live down the street from your Black preacher. We had role models within the African American community that severely lacking now. Just about any time you talk about the Black community, you are pretty much stretching it to the point of just talking about lower income people that could not move on up, so to speak. So now you have a dysfunctional, lower middle class, low income group of people in an area without real role models that they had before we integrated the neighborhoods and we integrated the schools. We have a lack of focus and dynamic. The African American community, at one point in time, you did not hear these terms like, you think you're better than me because you're educated and articulate. It was the norm. You grew up, the housekeepers grew up next to the doctors. They grew up next to the accountants. It was unity. We had businesses that supported each other. Now that is not the case. As soon as we get money, we want to go to the other established businesses. We'll go to Asians to get our nails done. We'll go to H&R Block to get our tax.
Hold on a second, Lady Nachael. Hold on a second. Your audio is really, really choppy, and you still have about 4 minutes left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead. I'll let Lady Paulina come in and go out and come back in, and I'll give you those other 4 minutes, all right? Because you still have about 4 minutes left, all right? All right.
Okay.
Lady Paulina, you up. 7 minutes on the clock, Lady Paulina.
So why I believe integration is necessary is, number one, the powers that be and control the entire world are not African Americans. And a lot of times we lose sight of the fact that it took someone who was not an African American to make the decision to give us access and opportunity. It is absolutely true what Sister Nachael said about when we did integrate and what that did to our culture. But a big thing that we lost, because we were losing that after the whole slavery thing, is we lost pride in our race. There are several other cultures who are still, being able to celebrate their culture, whether it's the Jewish culture, whether it's the Hispanic culture, the Asian culture. They celebrate their cultures. And we feel as if our integration means denial of us as Blacks. And that is what I feel people lost sight. Integration is necessary. There's no way that you are going to be successful on this earth without integrating. When I think of my experiences growing up in Gary, Indiana, was the best opportunity for me, because I live next to the doctor. I live next to the school teacher, the Olympian, the NBA athlete, the NFL draft person. Like, that was what I was accustomed to, and all of it was Black. A big thing that made me appreciate the Black Panther movie is because that was an experience for a lot of people who who grew up in predominantly Black cities, right? But what happened is, because there was no understanding that you must integrate but also maintain your culture, because your culture was not being celebrated, right? Everything that you saw in media and TV was basically the other person's culture. So we lost that desire or passion and drive to say, you know what, in this integration, I still need to show up as Black Paulina. A good thing that I have, being able to work in the environment that I've had for the past 20 years, I've always been the youngest, the only Black person, or the only female, right? With that, I was very cognizant, because of the way I was raised, that in this integration is necessary, right? Because they have the control to ascend me to other levels in the company. I need to also take on the responsibility to be the educator for the other culture, similar to the other cultures that they educate us on the things of their culture. I think about my subdivision. My subdivision is a melting pot, all different cultures, and every culture celebrates their culture. So I feel it's for me, in order for us to be successful, I think about the opportunities that were given to me. My opportunities were not given to me by Black Americans. The opportunities that were given to me were by Caucasian or the dominating race. Now, with that, I didn't say, forget my culture, forget my hometown. I tried as much as possible and still continue to invest, but I'm also big on educating the generation and those who want to have the conversation that it's ignorant to believe that you can't integrate in a society that will not allow you to segregate. I mean, it just won't happen. And if you think that you will have an opportunity to fully self-actualize into the millionaire status, until the multimillionaire status, without an advocate for a different race, I think that is just completely whimsical, and it is really foolish to have that mindset. So for me, integration is necessary. It's been here. Now we need to come up with a plan. What in this integration, what is it that we're expecting out of it? A big thing, the high school that I attended, I never had a desire to attend a HBCU because my high school was the HBCU, right? But living in Gary, Indiana, and Colorado Springs, it showed me two different sets of people. Let me just say that. So where when I went to my PWI in college, a lot of Black kids was having culture shock because they had only grown up in a certain area where it was predominantly Black. And I would be like, these are people, like these are regular humans, but there was some type of ingrained fear and unwillingness to see themselves as equal to that race. And to me, I felt like it was because they didn't have the experience of integration, because they grew up in such a sheltered environment where they were segregated from other cultures. And so everything that they could believe about, what they've seen on TV is what they believe. And they struggle a lot. And even just really authentically being themselves, that when they became in corporate America, instead of them just being themselves, they tried to be a manifestation of what they thought someone else wanted them to be or how they should behave. So I'm big. That's all I needed to say. I've lived this thing. I've walked this thing. Segregation has been long gone. If there's people who believe that from this time, we need to segregate, we so scattered all over the place. We are like ants, coming out of a molehill. We're in 5,000 different directions. And unfortunately, it comes from the fact of, look, I got mine. I don't know if I'm going to keep mine, so I could care less how you get yours. And so I don't know, the biggest integration we need, I think, as Black people, is we need to integrate amongst ourselves. And right now, we the experts on what you can do in segregation inside the community. So I just think that the economic prosperity that we need at this point, the fact of the matter is, we need to get in, we need to integrate with as many cultures and learn as much as we can, because that is going to help you as you ascend. I don't care what anybody says. If you talk to any multimillionaire Black person, along the way, they had advocates and champions who were white or different cultures. That's it. And they gave them access to opportunity. So that's all I had to say this round.
I mean, I think those are valid points, but we also have to look at the decline in the marriage rates during the 1950s.
Lady Nachael, hold on a second.
Can you hear me?
Lady
Nachael, we can hear you fine.
Yes, you have 4 minutes left for your opening statement.
I'm watching.
All right, I'm giving you your 4 minutes back. All right, you up.
Okay, what I'm saying is that prior to integration, we had stable homes. We had mothers and fathers in the home. We had a two-parent home. Now 70% of the children are born out of wedlock. Part of that decline is because we lost a sense of familyness once we started scattering ourselves around. The seeds started getting scattered as well. When we were integrated together, that Mrs. Jones's son had respect for Mrs. Harris's daughter. That was part of our culture because they could come down the street and talk directly to you. But one of the most startling things we have to look at is generational wealth. Let me see if I can share the screen real quickly. Let me see if I learn how to share the screen. Okay, let's see if I can share this. If not, I'll just read it. The decline of Black-owned independent businesses traces to many causes, but a major one has been little noted with the decline in enforcement of anti-monopolies and fair trade laws beginning in the 1970s. Under both Democrat and Republican administration, a few firms that in previous decades would never have been allowed to merge or grow so large came to dominate. So basically, all of the mom and pop grocery stores that we had in the African American community, they're now gone. We are completely dependent upon we're completely dependent on a desegregated supply chain. And we see that now African Americans needed to feed themselves. What type of distribution models do we have? If Walmart decides today, okay, we're shutting down, we're going for broke, we do not have a backup plan in place for distribution. Many of the people who used to be the mom and pop business owners have now gone in, instead of having a business of their own to pass on to their children, they have now integrated into society and become middle managers to help the Caucasians make money, as opposed to keeping the money within our own community. So that's all I have to say in my little 4 minutes, is that if we want to keep generational wealth, we need to go back to our own businesses. We need to buy Black. That money needs to be funneled throughout the community. That if anything, the only thing we should be considering doing is integrating ourselves to export our goods and services to others, instead of always consuming their goods and services. We should actually come back together, start our own businesses, and our businesses should sell outside to others, just like Nigeria is doing. Nigeria exports to other countries. We as African Americans need to get together and start exporting our product. We need to get our family back together. We need to move into our own neighborhoods. We don't need to have this attitude like, oh my goodness, there are too many African Americans in this community. My property values are going to go down. I have to move. I need my kids to be in a diverse area. Because you can grow up in the United States and then travel around Europe and do business with Europeans. You can grow up in the United States and do business in Asia. You don't have to live among them to work among them. You don't have to live among them in order to sell to them. That is one of our biggest mistakes. We feel that we have to integrate into the white church, into the white neighborhoods. We can have our own neighborhoods of pride. I mean, look at Prince George's County. They are doing an incredible job of reaching out to other communities while maintaining their own sense of integrity. So maybe that's one of the role models we should look at, is that we don't need to put ourselves in a situation where we are dependent on the greater economic supply chain, because we've allowed ourselves to be desegregated to the point where we don't even know where to go find a Black farmer. We don't know where to go and bring that product to market. We have lost all sense of our own economic interdependence upon one another.
All right, that's going to be time. So now we're going to enter the rebuttal round, where the debaters will have, you might, everybody's been saying, Lady Nachael, you might have to turn your camera off, because you might be soaking up too much bandwidth or something over there. That's what they're saying in the chat. Don't listen to me. I'm not a technological genius by no stretch of the imagination, but That's what they're saying, because your audio is really, really like crackling, and it's just not sounding. You're making good points, but we can't really hear them. So go ahead and say something right quick. Let me see. Go ahead and say something.
Okay, is that better?
Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Much better.
Okay.
Much better. Yeah, so now we're going to go into our rebuttal rounds, and y'all already know how the rebuttal rounds go. 5 minutes per debater. We left off with Lady Nachael, so 5 minutes on the clock. Lady Paulina, you up.
Okay, so my thing is this: how do we segregate, become our own economic resource, become our own distribution supplier, become our own support system of buying Black goods without integrating in the dominant society? The dominant society owns the distribution chains. They own the farms. They own, the majority. Let me say the majority. They own the majority of the farming system. We are at a deficit in really even understanding who does what. Back in the day, we used Ebony and Ebony magazine to publish, Black-owned businesses, Black enterprise businesses. You have a great deal of information scattered. We don't have an online repository of the information to say, how do we support Black businesses? And then let's go back to the whole education side. When it comes to operating Black businesses, why is it that when you come, and for me, I support all Black businesses, even vendors to my home, I notice when I hire Black people, they want more allowances than a white person who comes in to do a service in my home. And for me, I'm always coming at the place of, why give me subpar service because you see that I'm Black, or you're going to show up late, or the arrangement, you want to change the arrangement in the middle of the arrangement. It's like, then you want to say, well, sister, well, and it's like, don't do me like that, because you wouldn't do my white neighbor like that. So to me, my question is, how do you do all those things that you said, which are very valid, without integrating? At this point, we have to integrate, and we have to do better as it relates to how we show up and do business as Black entrepreneurs, period. It's amazing to me that, we have, there's many, groups that's on Facebook with Black, support Black, but when you're trying to find them, they don't return phone calls. Their customer service is poor. They're not handling business efficiently. And then you say, man, I want to support you, but come on, like, time is money. I have a lot going on. I don't want to have to continue to make allowances for you. So I think the big thing that it's almost like it's this poverty mindset that is in even the minds of those who have continued to maintain their business, work in corporate America, in that they don't feel as if they should show up with excellence no matter whom they're serving. If I can say that was one downfall of integration, I'm talking about integration in schools, integrating communities, it's because they wanted to perform so badly for other cultures that it's almost like they disregarded their own culture. And it's like, oh, you're less than, because honestly, that's how they feel internally. So for me, I feel like the integration is, you integrate with them and you get to know other people, you'll realize, oh my God, we're just alike. We bleed the same. We want the same. It's like, who said that one race was better than the other? Who said that? Where did that come from? That came from a culture that said, we don't want to integrate. So in order for us to make it seem like this is a bad thing to do, let's focus on anything and highlight everything we can through the media. My thing is, at the end of the day, all that is wonderful, but how do we accomplish all those things at this point, 2020, without integrating? I don't feel we can do it separate. That's my rebuttal.
I think that in the age of technology, it's easy to find different associations where you could find the type of worker you need. Now, I was pleased to work for years with Comer Cottrell, the founder of the American Health and Beauty Aid Institute. If you remember growing up, the Proud Label symbol was on every product, because He wanted people to take pride in buying from Black businesses, and he provided a product that he took pride in making. That was something that his mother had taught him. It was something he learned in his community. Again, if you want to look at you want to find out the National Bar Association. There are all kinds of national associations where we can find members within that. And just because you're Black does not mean you have to be hired. You can interview within that realm. There's an old expression in Marilyn Monroe said it best. She said, "I'm not marrying your son because he's rich. I dated your son because he's rich." Now, that's the thing that we often forget, that we can sit up there and shop Black and try to find the best products and services that are offered by Black people. We don't have to buy just because they're Black, but we're in there shopping because they are Black. So there are ways for us to do it in order that we can go back, create our own distribution model. We've learned. We've gone out, we've gone to schools. Alquin College is doing a great job here in Dallas in learning to build a nation building. That's where we should be right now, is nation building, bringing our children back to our communities to start manufacturing facilities, to start distribution hubs. We can do it. If you go to an Asian hair supply store, forgive me, they have an association that they go and they look through and they say, "Oh, well, this person here, I'm going to buy from them." For the Koreans are known in this area for donuts. They have a Korean distribution center that specializes in distributing to the Korean donut centers. The Indians have a distribution center for products for the Indian stores. It is not impossible to do. It is very possible to do. I worked with a Pakistani law firm that was bringing in people under I visas. And in order to get an I visa, you have to have at least $1 million and be able to start businesses within the United States. You can bring employees from your country as well. We can do that as well. We can sit up here, we can go and look at the opportunity zones that are now presented themselves. In each city, there are zip codes where they've identified an area that needs manufacturing jobs, that need healthcare facilities, where we won't have to go across town. That's one of the complaints I hear from low-income people, is they have to ride the bus to go to doctor's offices because there are no facilities there. There is a way for us to do it. Just like the United States borrows money from China to build stuff for Americans, we can borrow money from the mainstream to build in our own communities and provide jobs, more stable jobs, and ones that will lead to generational wealth. We don't have to feel like we have to exit in 5 years and sell that business to a non-minority or non-African American member. We'll have the resources available. That's my whole point, that we can rebuild. Others are going back in, and for our culture, for our sense of culture, Jewish people buy from Jewish people. We can but they can still do business with others. We're 13% of the population. Honest thing I'm saying is, as far as our homes, as far as our children are concerned, we should bring it back in. I should look outside and see nothing but little Black kids running around my neighborhood. Give them a sense of pride.
That's going to be time. 5 minutes on the clock. Lady Paulina, you up?
Okay, so this is my thing. I feel as if, and this is just my experience, I feel that what you're saying, Nachael, is going to take a total transformative culture shift from us. Because if you go back to slavery, if you go back to all these things, we turned on each other. You know what I mean? We turned on each other. There is such a deep-seated mistrust within our culture that drives our decision making. It's just, that is the battle. And a lot of that came from the fact that people felt that integration means deny myself versus integration. Now you have an opportunity to attend certain universities. That doesn't mean abandon your other universities, but hey, you know, that's what everybody did. You know, a lot of the opportunities that were for us to take that money to reinvest in our communities, we made a conscious decision to say we want to invest in other things. And I'm not saying it was strictly driven by the fact of, you know, we want to integrate and we want them to know we support them. I think a lot of it, or a portion of it, we have to discuss the elephant in the room, is that they felt that maybe some of the Black businesses was subpar for whatever reason. Supply and demand, you know, you have more opportunities. Yes, I can go to the mom and pop store, and because they're only selling certain quantities, their prices may be higher than me going to a superstore like Walmart. Didn't mean that, you know, I wanted to disregard them. It's just I can't afford to pay the higher price when I can just drive up the street and get a lower price. So I think for me, when I think of it in the perspective of, I think that if you're going to exercise your right to live in the community, and I'm just being honest, for me, I tried to stay in my community as you know, God was excelling me. I tried. My house was broken into several times by my people. I mean, so for me, I tried that. I tried you know, I wanted that to be an experience that my children had, but I realized the mind shift had changed. It changed where people didn't value, you know, their neighbor's property, where people didn't value their neighbor's children. The village atmosphere was gone. It was like, and some people say it was the drug era. They came in and just took the mindset. There was no love for us because there was no love for individuals as themselves. So for me, I feel like, yeah, all of that is fine and dandy. How do we now, at this point in 2020, make a decision to say, I am going to segregate? I can only support Black businesses. I mean, to me, I think what you said is true. Be wise. I've been with the Black MBA for 18 years now. I get a lot of my vendors, you know, through those connections, but I'm not saying all those vendors are together. I'm just not saying, you know what I mean? And so to me, it's like, I think we have to use wisdom. I think the integration comes with learning all that we can from the powers that be, but also trying as much as we can to educate our people with the expectation you can only control yourself. You cannot control other people. You can't get people to get it. Like you and I, we don't really disagree. We're just talking about how you actually do it. For me, I feel like it's whimsical to believe that it can happen in 2020 the way the system is set up at this point. Because at this point, because we have exercised our strength, ability, tenacity, they will not allow us to get so large. Everyone else can grow large, but we will never have a monopoly. And understanding we will never have that monopoly again, we need to understand, how do we move forward? How do we do this? We have to each individual become better. You have people, it just blows my mind. I can go to different festivals. Black vendors are selling different things. They're selling homemade clothes. People don't even go buy the clothes, but they will spend thousands upon thousands to buy Gucci, Louis Vuitton, you know, all that. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, and it's like, they made this. They took the time to make this. This is something unique. So for me, I don't know. I just feel like it's whimsical. And is that the little beep? Is that the alarm clock?
Yep, that's going to be time. 5 minutes on the clock. Lady Nachael, you up, and I'll share your screen. Lady Nachael, you up.
Okay, you got me? Okay, I got my screen up here for a minute. I'm trying to share a screen. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is it's possible, it's doable. The screen that we're looking at right now is a website for Move Jesus. The husband and wife, very high-powered executives at Verizon, they decided that they wanted to raise their children in a African American.
Lady Nachael, you probably got to
They
kill your
won.
camera. You probably got to kill your camera. Kill your camera
Okay, I'll kill it.
so we can get your audio. Go ahead.
Okay, you got that. Okay. Now, that's all I want y'all to see with Move Jesus. The thing about Move Jesus is the fact it took one brave family, one brave husband and wife to start saying that they were going to be autonomous. They were going to teach their children to be autonomous. That they went and bought a ranch and they homeschooled their kids. Most of the people that live out in Seguin, Texas, are African American. Obviously, they didn't want to discriminate against anyone who wanted to come and live in an Afrocentric environment. But it just takes us sitting back and saying, how important is it for us to control our supply chain? How important is it for us to develop generational wealth? Now, that job you got at Coca-Cola, it's not going to be passed down to your child. But if you open up your own grocery store, if you open up your own manufacturing facility, I don't care if you're manufacturing hemp ropes, that's a new thing in Texas. You can now use hemp to manufacture rope. You can pass that business on to your children. This is what I'm saying is we need to look at the bigger picture. Perhaps people took advantage of desegregation and found a way to destroy the cornerstones of the Black businesses. Because one of the things you hear so much is about how much economic power Black people have. I'm always amazed considering the fact that our median income is $40,000 lower than anyone else's, and we're only 13% of the population. Asians have the highest at $68,000 per median income, and they are 9% of the population. So looking at our numbers, looking at the fact that we're 13% of the population, and we have to come up with something new because we will never have generational wealth if we're constantly having to restart ourselves. Mom had a great job. She was a manager at Dell. Now, when I start out, she doesn't have that job to pass on to me. I have to go, and Dell may say, guess what? We're going to make sure you there's no nepotism at this company. So your mom is at Dell, so you're going to have to go over to Cisco or somewhere else and work there. You're not allowed here. So they won't be able to gain from their mother's gains at that job. And she'd be able to pass her wisdom of that particular job family on and grow with them. They're not allowed to do that. But Donald Trump can do that with his kids. He can sit up there and pass on all the different hotel and hospitality businesses he wants to his children. So we got to think and start planning 50 years down the road, 20 years down the road. We have to have our own particular planogram. And I'm so sorry about the noise in the background. So I'm going to end my time on that note right there because there's too much noise in the background. But we do have to have a 10, 15-year plan if we want to do our supply side. And we won't be dependent because this corona thing right now, think about all these people who've been laid off. Watch when the numbers come out and look at the significant numbers that will be African American because we don't have our own businesses and we're completely dependent on the majority supply side market.
Okay, X, can I talk now?
All right. Are you ceding your time? You're ceding your time, Lady Nachael? All right, I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yes.
All right, 5 minutes on the clock. Lady Paulina, you up?
Okay, so I believe that you can accomplish all of those things, but I'm going to say it again. Having the mindset that you can't do it without integrating is, to me, it makes no sense. For example, even if you have a business, you want to be able to attract a complete demographic. The way you need to set up your business model, you can't set up saying, I'm Black, I only want to buy from Black, I only want Black people to purchase my product. That's setting yourself up for failure because then you're becoming what they have been in the past, right? You're being exclusive. You're being, to me. So let me be very clear. Do I believe that we need to increase entrepreneurship again within the Black community? Absolutely, yes. Do I believe that we have to be sensitive to the legacy that was laid out for us? When you think about Black Wall Street, when you think about all of the Black entrepreneurs and how they have been attacked in their jobs, or just basically hostile takeovers from their company, I feel like we all have to be cognizant of that. Like, I totally agree. We have to own things. You know, me, I grew up in the steel industry. My entire family worked in the steel industry in some form of capacity. Now, with this company, they're big on nepotism. So they want you to refer your family. They want you to refer your friends. But the fact that you retire out does not guarantee that your children will have a job. But I think it's very critical to understand that, you know, when you are trying these entrepreneurs, to me, having this separate mindset that I'm going to do this and I'm not going to be able to need assistance from anybody other than Black people, I think that is ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. I feel like, yes, you should be proud wherever you decide to live. Be proud. You know, raise your children in the culture of who they are. Make them proud of where they come from. Make them proud of the legacy. But at the same time, when you start businesses, you have to understand you're going to have to go get a loan from the system. You're going to have to sell to people you may not have intended to sell to. That is going to make you successful in business. I feel just this mindset of we can do it alone without any integration on some part. No, because you have to go to sometimes, you know, you can find Black owned businesses here in Detroit. It's the Independence Bank, where you can find a Black owned bank and seek a loan from them. Or, you know, that's very rare, you know, so it's hard to have this, you know, exclusive mindset. I'm going to only include specific, you know, demographics of people, because again, I feel that that's going to set yourself up for to have your business attacked and to have it, you know, just disintegrated. So, I mean, I think it was a great thing that that family decided to do by starting that farm. But I also believe that when you pull the financials and when you pull the full aspect of how they were able to execute that, they had some non-Black people that were champions and advocates that put them in that lane or helped them succeed in that lane. So I'm saying, yes, do all of it. You want to be self-sufficient. You definitely want to leave a legacy for this generation and generations to come. But having the mindset that you're going to do it segregated, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, you know, but I'm just saying I think you're up for a task that, you know, you're going to spend energy in places you don't need to spend it in. I feel like you should use the system, the ability to get things done, to unify us together, you know, families coming together. As I see in my subdivision, it could be like 4 generations living in a house, right? Coming together to build, pool money together and start those businesses. It can't be, see, we got to get on the same agenda. We all over the place. We can't get on the same agenda in the family to say, hey, let's all unify and say, look, we want to build this for the family, because everyone is like, as soon as I get something, you know, I'm gonna do this with my money. It's like, no, we can't do that, because the family goal is this. So I feel like the biggest thing we need to do in our community is heal, you know, develop a sense of family and start developing trust within each other and really getting out this materialistic mindset. The reason why the numbers are so high that we have, you know, we have this spending power is because we are consumer driven, and all we do as soon as we get our money, we spend it, and we spend it on things that will not appreciate in value, and it will not bring us any value to our family. So that's my rebuttal round. There's the beep.
All right. 5 minutes on the clock. Lady Nachael, you up?
I'm ready. Okay. One of the things that, as I said, I emphasize the fact that we could come together to export. That's the deal. That is one of the challenges that we have. It's like when you go to Asian communities, I've actually lived in a neighborhood where the Korean broker who first started bringing people into this neighborhood, he had a chain of Korean associations. He's like, hey, these houses are for sale. When a Vietnamese guy moved in, the Vietnamese guy started going through the associations to say, hey, another house available for any Vietnamese family that wants to move in. It wasn't that they would only buy houses from other Vietnamese, but they put the pipeline in so that they could build a network of homes.
Did we lose Lady Nachael? Is that what happened?
I think she's still on.
I don't hear anything. Lady Nachael, are you trying to share screen again? Lady Nachael, paging Lady Nachael.
See, this is a good discussion, and I think that's why.
Something's going on. Lady Nachael, you might have to go out and come back in again. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, okay, she heard me. She might be she might just have I don't know. Maybe somebody ran into the damn tower or something. I don't know. Somebody might have crashed into the tower. y'all Negroes out in the chat. Y'all ain't shit, boy.
They like, they going in this chat.
Goddamn TPOT listeners. They like, tell your dog to stop chewing on the Wi-Fi cord. Y'all wrong, man. TPOT, boy. That's the TPOT audience, boy. Y'all ain't right.
Phil James said non-blacks controlling and taking resources out of our neighborhoods, and it's getting worse. Absolutely. But how do you stop it?
And yeah, she still had another 3 minutes left. So maybe she moved into a better position in the house. I know my crib is like that too. Like when I'm on my phone,
I know.
If I'm in a certain part of the house, I have zero signal, zero internet, just zero.
I agree. That's why I'm in my office, my home office. I'm trying to get good reception.
Crazy. Let me see. Lady Nachael, you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you guys. We have gotten hit by the battle between Chrome and Microsoft.
Okay. Well, you got about 3.5 minutes left. So go ahead. You up?
Okay, what I was trying to share was the screen, and please don't let it knock out. Anyway, we have to learn to trust ourselves. You know, since we have desegregated, a lot of trust is like, I'm not like one of those Negroes. So we started to see a shift between one type of Negro and the one that wanted to keep it real. I don't know when we started sagging pants and all that, but those were the leaders in their community that were left. They were leading them into a dismal state of affairs because all of a sudden the leader said twerk and wear your pants down and show your butt crack. Whereas the rest of us who left the community because we realized that there were other opportunities available, we did a disservice to the community. And I'm saying that Magic Johnson is currently offering $100 million for minority businesses just for the kind of things that we're talking about. Now, we need to focus in on things that we can export to our community as opposed to, we need to focus.
Did we lose her again?
I do this every time. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I'm right back here. I'm going to start off where I was saying. Magic Johnson has $100 million in loans for minority-owned businesses. Again, we didn't get here overnight, and it's going to not be righted overnight. We need to take gradual steps to returning back to our own neighborhoods. that when you move into a nice area, you should share that area through Black associations and say, hey, look, this is a good area to raise your Black child in. You should consider moving here. But with all due respect, everything I'm saying is about building up generational wealth. Have prideful communities like Prince George's County where people want to raise their kids and see their grandkids raised in that community. We can do that. It will take this generation just deciding that is the way we want to go. I want my grandkids raised in a neighborhood near me. But that's one of the things we stopped thinking about the next generation. We started thinking about, oh wow, I'm better than my mom. I'm better than my pop. Who wants that old house anyway? I have people when their parents die, the first thing they want to know is, okay, how do I sell this mess? I said, why don't you move into your grandmother's house? Now I got an apartment already. So you're not building up any equity in that apartment. You would rather sell that house and forestall building up any generational wealth. If you don't want to live there, why don't you fix it up and rent it out to someone who does want to live in that neighborhood, so that, and give incentive, put security, invest in security, invest in insurance.
That's going to be time. Okay, we're going to let Lady Paulina rebut one more time, and that is going to end this rebuttal round. So
this
5
is the
minutes.
thing. I have nothing to rebut because I agree with everything she just said. This is what I teach people when I do my training classes. Like, but again, having the mindset that you can do this independent of seeking help from an outside source, to me, I believe that you're setting yourself up for a fight that's not needed. I believe you need to integrate in certain places, but always maintain your culture. Every culture except ours, because we're just so confused, they maintain some type of, solace, or some type of, this is my culture. I'm going to maintain this tradition in my family. We don't look for we just look for ways to spend and get more. As my grandmother used to say, keeping up with the Joneses. So again, for me, I agree with everything you said, but having the mindset that you can do this independently outside of integrating in certain areas, we need to get to the place where we are self-sufficient. And in order to get to that place, you have to use the resources that are available to you. And sometimes those resources may come from a different race or culture.
Amen. Amen.
That's it.
See, this is where we solve problems in the Black community. We need to come at it from two diversion points, and then we can work out a model for a solution.
What's the tactical? The vision
okay,
is there, because I'm with your vision. The vision is there. Now, how do we walk that thing out?
Hey, we just identify the resources. We identify the available resources. Yes, just like I said, the U.S. borrows money from China all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm not against borrowing money from outside. I'm also not opposed to exporting from outside. I'm just tired of seeing us always, in the name of integration, we have to import everything that we have, from food to our shoes, everything. So I want to see Black distribution. I think that would be the heart and crux. We're seeing with things like Vista Capital, we're seeing worldwide technologies. They have learned how to export globally. They approached it from a macroeconomic point of view, but they're still Black-owned companies. And Robert Smith, when he got his money, he brought it back and paid off a whole school year for the boys at Morehouse. He paid it back. It's just going to take plan one individual at a time, making a point that we can do this. We can. However, I can't do it. Let me get with like-minded people, and we can do it.
And I think what's so interesting is because when I went to Africa the first time, I went for a trade mission to Ghana. And, it was so interesting for the presentations. And, literally the group that I went, it was like an investment club, right? We were like, we're going to go in there. We're going to see what we can get in, we can do in Africa. And when we came out of there, with so many different ideas of how we wanted to import parts there, do different things. And we were all sitting around, and I said, now it's funny that we can get together to start a business for Africa, why are we not doing this in the States? And pretty much everybody is like, it's too hard in the States. And I'm like, oh my God. It's just, but I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes. Was that the little beat? That sounds like one of them alarm clocks.
And that
you got from Radio Shack back in the day.
That is going to end the rebuttal rounds. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to get right into rapid fire. I hope y'all are enjoying the debate.
Is that the question?
The first female debate. No. This is just a commercial. Okay. I hope y'all are enjoying the debate, the first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page. I hope that y'all are enjoying it. This is what y'all asked for. I brought it to you. It's a good debate. I like the way it's going, and hopefully we keep it going. But what I'm not liking is the fact that y'all ain't hitting that damn like button. I don't like. Y'all know how it go. Hit the damn like button. It only takes 2 seconds. And if you're feeling generous, hit that Cash App if you don't mind as well. All right. We're going to take a little break. I will see y'all on the other side. We're coming back to the part that y'all like. We will be doing rapid fire. We got Lady Paulina up here and Lady Nachael, and they are debating was or is integration necessary. You listen to the TPOT YouTube page, Saturday night special debates. I will see you on the other side, folks. All right. Once I get my shit ready here. See y'all on the other side of the break.
To understand this, you have to go back to what young brother here referred to as the house Negro and the field Negro. Back during slavery, there was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food. But he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near the master. And they loved the master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save the master's house quicker than the master. The house Negro, if the master said we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. He identified himself with his master, more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, the house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school. You nothing but a house house Negro. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negroes said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say. Well, you left your mind in Africa. On that same plantation, there was a field Negro. The field Negro, those were the masses. There was always more Negroes in the field than there was Negroes in the house. The Negro in the field caught hell. He ate leftovers. In the house, they ate high up on the hole. Negro in the field didn't get nothing but what was left of the insides of the hole. They call them chitlins nowadays. In those days, they call them what they were, guts. That's what you were, a gut eater. And some of you all still gut eaters. The field Negro was beaten from morning till night. He lived in a shack, in a hut. He wore cast-off clothes. He hated his master. I say he hated his master. He was intelligent. That house Negro loved his master. But that field Negro, remember, they were in the majority. They hated his master. When the house caught on fire, he didn't try to put it out. That field Negro prayed for a wind, for a breeze. When the master got sick, the field Negro prayed that he died. If someone come to the field Negro and say, let's separate, let's run, he didn't say, where are we going? He said, any place is better than here, better than here.
And we are back. Now we come to the part of the debate that I know you all were waiting for. This is the rapid fire round. You listen to the TPOT YouTube page Saturday night special debate. We got Lady Paulina Johnson, the MBA, versus Nachael Foster, the attorney. We are now entering rapid fire. There is no timekeeper. There is no time clock. We left off with Lady Paulina. So, Lady Nachael, pull the trigger. This is rapid fire.
Okay, I'm gonna leave my I'm gonna leave my camera off so I can get the audio. But what I want to say is one of the things we have to understand is this distrust of each other is by design. Because if we think about this whole idea of, we hear younger people. I remember my grandmother looking at younger people. They would say, Granny, I couldn't live back then. I couldn't have been treated like that. And they would look at my uncles and say, I couldn't have done that. No, that wouldn't have been me. And they kept looking at them going, what would you have done? No, I couldn't have been no slave. They would have just had to kill me. Well, they would have killed you then. So, so that's where a lot of this mindset comes from, is that we don't trust each other, is out of the ideology that somehow or another there was a disconnect between our generations, that we started looking down on our previous generations. We didn't want to be like them. You know, been there, done that, ain't gonna be me, ain't gonna be mine. And we left without an identity. Now, I don't know about you, But I was quick to call up my 80-year-old aunt during this epidemic and like, what can I cook? How can I make these neck bones taste good? Because I don't feel like going out and jeopardizing getting some corona. So yes, we've been eating neck bones. We found some chitlins. I mean, I've been very creative in this kitchen, so have my daughters. But that's the, sitting in the kitchen cooking with my daughters for a change. That was a beautiful thing because usually it's like, okay, what can we throw in the microwave or where are we going to stop and eat? And usually let's go through the drive-through because I got work I still got to finish up. You got homework to do. So that sense of family was lost as we tried to climb the corporate ladder. Because I don't know about y'all, I kept asking people, now, how the hell am I supposed to work 14 and 16-hour days and come home and take care of 3 kids? I want y'all to understand you got to do some cooking and some cleaning. We got to do all that. Yes, I do understand. When you bring in, I could bring in 3 Hispanic people for $75. My house would be spotless. I'll bring in a sister. Girl, I used to have a house like this. I did. Girl, you trying to work me like them white folks. You know something? I am not the best worker. I have a very simple philosophy. I don't care what time you come in the door if you don't care what time you go out the door. You're going to work until the work is done. That's my work ethic. That's what I'm going to do. And I know you got it in you. You don't need somebody standing over you with a whip or a cow prod to make you work. We got to instill in our kids that yes, we can hire black people, but we're going to hold you to the same standard as I hold any employee, because you're not the only black person out there looking for a job. I got deadlines I got to meet. I take pride in what I do. I can't make no excuses, but the white folks do it too, because that's not what I'm trying to emulate. That I have great respect for. I have great respect for my African brothers and sisters, be they Kenyan or be they Nigerian. They take pride, but they still know they can come over to the United States, get an education, learn about macroeconomics, the global scale of things, and then go back home and implement it by hiring their own friends and family, people that are loyal to them. I don't have to have you around me if you're not going to be loyal to me. There are a lot of people out there that will be loyal, and whether they are black or white. I mean, at the end of the day, if the job has to get done, the job has to get done. So if I've been very fortunate to work at minority-owned companies that made millions. I see them grow from the ground up, or at least learn their history. For example, Comer Cottrell was a postal worker into his 40s, and he noticed that he was carrying this heavy stuff to these salon owners, and he's like, "What is this?" And they were like, "Strawberry scented oil for the hair." He's like, "That's all it is." He went home and mixed up some air freshener in his bathtub and came up with cherry scented and felt that people would like that better. He played around with scents that he was in the community, he could find out that they wanted. He wound up taking out loans like all startups should do, took out loans, did pre-sales, got his partnered with someone to actually bottle it and manufacture it until he was able to afford his own manufacturing facility. Opened up a manufacturing facility in Dallas in 1980 and grew it from there. We went from just distributing locally out in California to come into Texas, distributing all over the United States. And then by the time he sold it, we were selling in 95 different countries across the world, around the world. We had to do joint ventures sometimes, like in South Africa. We couldn't get in unless we wanted to share some stock, but that's fine. 100% of zero is still zero. 100% of zero is zero. So you got to pick your battles. You're right. You do have to pick your battles. And we are able, feel free to cut in anytime, because I believe we can build back up our black-owned businesses. I mean, supply and demand, we don't have to always be trying to supply, the next kente cloth. We can look at the market. We can look at the market from a macroeconomic. What is the world buying right now? What can we produce that the world will buy? And how do we build up our distribution chains? How do we encourage our youth to look at computers and see how they can advance our what do I hear all the time? I'm going to build up my empire. And I'm sitting there doing this. What's your cost of goods sold? Huh? What is your cost of goods sold? Well, I'm making hell of money. Okay, some of these basic things. I know drug dealers that got better sense than some of these kids that are talking about But it is possible. We see that we have incredible networks. I hate to say it like this. Look at our young men that are selling drugs. They got a whole supply chain, underground supply chain going on. Everything. Whole distribution matrix set up. They know their money. They know their product. They know supply and demand. They know how to market. And the smart ones stay out of jail. Let's just be honest. And in business, the smart ones, they may go bankrupt, but they may use that bankruptcy to build their network, just like some people go to jail so they can build their network. Go in there intentionally with a mission to find young brothers that will work with them. So I do think it's very possible for us I think integration was a mistake. It was the way it was done. We were made to feel as if our ancestors were deficient, that they should have done something more, that they failed us. And if you believe your grandmother failed you, how are you going to grow up to be a grandmother that's not a failure? Just because you can spend some money when your grandmother couldn't?
That's a great point.
That's one of the saddest things I see is kids sitting up there. I can't call them kids anymore. They're in their 50s and 60-year-olds sitting up there talking about, thank God I ain't like my mama. Thank God I ain't like my grandmama. I can buy my kids stuff. Yeah, I can go in and buy them stuff. They ain't doing without like me. It's like, what did you do without? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food to eat? That's one of the steps that we have to take as African Americans is to learn to take pride in ourselves. And I'll tell everyone this little side story. When I was younger and I would complain, my mother would say, John R. Lynch is your grandfather. He came out of slavery, went to University of Chicago Law School, became a congressman, and he is the one that did the civil rights speech on the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. And the favorite line that he said was, I am not trying to be equal to my Southern counterparts because I am not trying to lower my standards.
Ooh, come on, somebody.
Okay? So that's what we have to understand. We have been blessed by God. Nobody could have gone through as much as our people have gone through over these 400 years. And nobody has the ability, the skills and the ability. Have you noticed they let us into the NBA? We dominate. Let us into the NFL. We dominate. They let Robert Smith into investment capital. Now Vista's dominating. What? Worldwide technologies. What? We got we got in, he's right, he's catching up with Bill Gates. It's like worldwide technologies, we can do this stuff. Anything we set our mind to, if we set up there, look at some of the beauty products we have now. It's all about getting on the planogram. It's just all natural. This product is, I can't remember the shea butter products. Shea butter is now common throughout every store because she realized she had to broaden her market. So it's okay to export. We can make lots of money exporting, but internally, we need to focus on a preference for. We need to encourage applications. Go ahead.
But I think what you said is one thing that I'm passionate about is manufacturing, because my experience has been in the manufacturing sector, and I'm like, man, being in the when I relocated to the southeastern Michigan area, I was like, man, it is so many Black-owned companies that are producing widgets of some sort to supply something in the auto industry. You know what I mean? And I know that's a niche in itself, but I was like, what is we doing? Like, we can come up with just manufacturing. And you brought up the example about him working at the post office. It's people who worked on the factory floor. and they just said, you know what? I just knew they need this plastic bracket. I found a company that can produce it. I took a loan against my house. My house was paid off. I opened up me a small factory and I just started making brackets. And you would think, man, that was just so like, you're thinking, man, that was just common sense. You know, produce the product that's in need, you know. And so I think what I'm saying about the integration, I feel like we agree on the same thing. I'm just saying, you know, from my perspective, we need to take the knowledge that we acquire at these places. Like I'm always saying, if you're not learning how to start your own company in that way, if you're not learning, you know, when people complain and say they have me doing all this job and that job and I was hired to do this. Well, the goal is to ultimately own your own company. So whatever they can teach you, you know, you're not there just to help them. You're there to invest in your mind, to invest in your knowledge. So in order to get that knowledge, you come home and journal, write down what you learned about what process or what business process you learned, or what, you know, what you've learned about your industry. We don't transfer the knowledge that we learn. We just become, you know, factory workers or just people just making the donuts, spending all of our money on materialistic things just to say we're driving an expensive car and we have a big home, but we don't have anything to show for it. Like, and you touched on it a little bit about life insurance. We don't even understand how critical life insurance is. Like, we don't even understand, like, you pay life insurance like you pay your mortgage. Get life insurance. I have policies on me and my children. I don't even tell my children on all the policies I get on them, because my thing is I'm trying to create some wealth for them to have a whole life policy that I can just transfer to them. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things we are not transferring the knowledge. You talked about, you know, your legacy. My legacy was from Tuskegee, Alabama. My grandmother was she had a 9th grade education, but she ended up becoming an accountant for a grocery store. She ended up just really educating herself. So the pressure on us, our generation, was, look, this is the sacrifices I made because I want you all to be educated. So it was a big push in our family, like, you know, everybody getting a degree. You getting a degree, regardless of what you've seen from the people that are working, we want you to have a degree. So, but a lot of that, my grandmother, you know, cooking in the kitchen with her, she would always say, at the end of the day, Paulina, everything has a season and everything is for a reason. When you get in these companies, yes, you may be the only one. Yes, you may be by yourself, but you learn, take that knowledge and make it happen for yourself. And I think a lot of times this is the lullaby of the integration. And I'm going to say this because you're going to be like, what? This is how I feel. The lullaby of the integration is they provided us access. It did not mean that they gave us success. And what I mean by that is a lot of people get into a company and they think, man, you know, I finished my bachelor's degree in 3 years. You know, this was my story. I'm like, this IT firm gonna hire me. I'm working downtown Chicago. I'm the bomb. This, and I realized all they did was give me access. It was my responsibility to give myself success. And a lot of people think that when they get integrated, the integration was for you to learn and get the opportunity, but it is your responsibility to make it happen. And not only just for yourself, but also for your family. You're being provided access to people that you should come back and say, you know what, instead of forget them because they didn't make it with me, saying, look, this is how you gonna make it. And even if you say, this isn't my journey, I'm not gonna go this way, you're going to make a way. Like, even when I talk to people, because I've talked to prisons, you know, I've talked at prisons and juvenile detention, and the kids was like, I got in trouble or I did this. And I'm always like, but look how smart you are. Look at what you put in place. Do you know that's what they do in corporate America all day? And this is what they call it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand, you know, our skills are transferable. For me, I'm always like, I need a diverse team working for me, because at the end of the day, they're going to bring things to this team that no other team is going to have. So yeah, you may say, and this is why I say the integration, I feel the integration and exposure needs to happen, and it needs to be controlled, meaning that you need to be able to get around other cultures. I mean, do you feel like you being around other cultures and working around other cultures strengthen your skill set and your resolve in knowing who you were as a Black woman? That's a good question.
I honestly believe that for me, I'm in a realm where I walk in and oftentimes they accuse me of being the defendant or where's your attorney? Where is your attorney? The confidence that I have, the confidence that I have to say I am the attorney comes from representing Black owned business. It comes from Comer Cottrell taking a chance, seeing this green kid fresh out of law school. But the one thing I told him, I said I was a paralegal for 2 years, working myself through law school at the Pentagon. I worked in international affairs and intelligence. Now I believe in the microeconomic model. You know, you've been sitting here selling this product. You good in the United States, but I traveled abroad, and honey, you won't believe the afro I had, the new growth I had, because nobody knew how to relax Black hair. There's opportunity abroad. I was a lawyer telling a businessman I saw an opportunity abroad, and I thought that we could work together. So yeah, it's one thing to be sitting up there knowing you can write a check for $50,000 to hire this lawyer, and then get another check for $200,000 in legal fees and go, okay, guess what? You're going to reduce this bill, or I'm going to hire another lawyer for $50,000 to whoop your behind over this $200,000 bill. I'm not the one. That confidence that I had working at Black owned business is one of the reasons why I was proud to be at Saflin. It was a minority business. And I'd have people come and say, well, Nachael, I feel bad, getting certified as a woman owned business or a minority owned business. And it's like, why? That's who you are. That is who you are. When you wake up in the morning, stop trying to be somebody you're not. You're trying to be a white male to compete in a white male world. When I first started practicing law, it was like, oh, you shouldn't wear 3-inch heels. Why not? I'm 5'7". I want to be able to look guys in the eye. The average guy is 5'10".
Right. Like, why not? Right.
Okay. I had tailored suits from I Love Lucy. I love the sleek fit. I didn't work out and get a body to hide it 24/7. I made myself who I was. And it was interesting. I have friends who would go, man, this is hard being in this corporate jungle with all these white folks. I just don't like it. I'm like, why not? I've been in Europe. My job sent me to Belgium, of all places, to advance our hair care line in Belgium during the time when they had refugees all up in France. And I'm sitting up here going, oh, this is an interesting perspective. I didn't speak Dutch. My French obviously was not on the same level as whatever the hell they were speaking over there. Like the difference between being in England, they told me to queue over there. I kept looking at him going, what? I didn't understand what the word queue was in English. So you can imagine what I didn't understand in France. But what I learned is you could go to these places, you could meet with people. Some of our distributors there, we use one distribution model in the UK, which was the joint venture with Nigerian hair salons. They needed product. So we joint ventured with them, and we made it so that they would only sell product, the Dudley model. They would only sell product to other people who had trained at their school. That's one of the things that as entrepreneurs, I always tell people, I say I'm a transactional attorney, but don't get me wrong, I'll go into court and litigate in a heartbeat. But you gotta pay for that stuff. I don't do contingency. I don't. If you think you got a good case, you need to gamble yourself. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to, no, we can't have our own separate court systems per se. But one of the reasons why I wanted to joint venture with the Pakistani law firm is because they have an Aman. They have an Aman who they take their matters to first before they take it to the legal system. There's no reason why we've gotten out of the mentality that we do not have our own sense of rules and regulations, and we have a sense of these are the leaders in our community. These are the ones that we have worked with, that if we have problems among ourselves, we go talk it out amongst them first. We can set that up. There's no law against that.
Right. You're right. You're right.
I mean, we may not 100% agree on who sets it up, but that's where getting involved in negotiating comes into play. It just starts at one level. I mean, there are all these deltas, Qs, alphas. I mean, we got a whole Panhellenic council of older people. We have the Mason Lodge, the Eastern Stars. Why not everybody get together and say, we're going to start a joint entity that if we need to resolve problems in the Black community, y'all don't need to shoot it out. Y'all come here and talk to us. We're going to be in your community. We'll take in the leaders from the various drug cartels, or whatever you want to call them, and say, hey, come join us. You're losing money every time you lose labor.
You're right.
You bring on more heat. Let's talk in terms, let's bring ourselves back together. What they tried to destroy, because there were plenty of beautiful things about being in the African American community. But I think I saw a movie, it was a shocking movie, I think it was with Denzel, where they said the worst thing a Black man could do is turn another Black man over to the white system. So we got to learn how to handle this ourselves.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Where did our host go? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love the Black community. I love the entrepreneurial spirit that we have. We just have to stop knocking each other. Understand that if this Black contractor didn't work out, fine. I'll go to the Black Contractors Association and rate his ass and be like, okay, don't nobody else need to go to him. Y'all need to see somebody else out here, right fast, right quick, who knows what they're doing. It's a lot of things. It's like when I did patent, I didn't know. The first time I got assigned a patent case, my boss didn't ask me, did I know patent? He just said, you need to handle this case.
Right.
And I called up my mentor, Willie Leftwich, up in Washington, D.C. Thank God he hadn't had a stroke yet. I called up Willie Leftwich. I said, I don't know nothing about patent. He said, you can read, can't you? Yes, sir. Of course I can. He said, your mama taught you how to cook.
Hold on.
A patent ain't nothing.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, ladies. Y'all see that big clock to your
what
left?
Does that mean?
There?
We done?
We're going to go for 10. No. We're going to go for 10 more minutes in rapid fire. Then we're going to do closing statements. So carry on.
Okay. Well, this is good information. So yeah.
Yeah, it was like I didn't know, and Willie, we were just getting the internet in the corporation. He said, "Didn't you ever know that there was a Association of African American Patent Attorneys?" I said, "No, I didn't." He said, "Learn to look for stuff. If you don't understand,
come on now, learn to research.
Learn to look." So I was like, "Okay, African American patent lawyers." Found Michael Pegues. Michael, can you explain this stuff to me? And 1, 2, 3, I was willing to have this man sit down. He took time out of his day. I paid for lunch. And in that 1 hour, I gained so much confidence and so much information, because this was a Black man telling me, I've been doing patent law for years. You can do this. Don't be intimidated.
Yes.
So these are the things that we need to see. I remember the twins were about 12, 13 years old. I wanted to go to a judge's signing. And they said, Mama, we don't want to go in there with all those old white people. I said, Tay, you coming in here. And I drug her in there. And I said, she's kicking and screaming. She goes, this is child abuse. I said, let me introduce you to Louis Stern. He's the criminal judge that you can file your complaint with. He was a tall 6'5" Black man.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
So it's like we just, and parents, you have to bring your kids to these events, bring them to churches, bring them to political function. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid your child will not be welcome. Make them welcome your child, because I've made them welcome my kids. I've made my kids go. The long and
I do
short
the
of it
same
is,
thing. Yep. Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
there's no inspiration without perspiration. There's
Yes.
no inspiration without perspiration.
Yes.
We got to work to inspire these kids that think that they're going to be the next internet sensation. Look at
Yep.
Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, they're pushing our children into the wrong direction. And we as adults and parents have to rein that in, because Redstone is sitting back there going, okay, this is the image that I see of black people. This is the
Yes.
image I want portrayed of black people. So
Yes.
then you get the Bad Girls Club, Hazel E, all this
Come
tomfoolishness.
on
And
now. Yes. Yes.
that is not our community represented on these reality
It's not.
shows. That is
Mm-mm.
not our
Mm-mm.
community. We have to
Mm-mm.
take
It's not.
back take back. Now, whether I like Barack Obama as president of the United States or not, I love what that man's example was for our youth.
Yep.
He
For
was
our
a
family.
man,
Yep.
yes, he was a man that
Mm-hmm.
controlled his family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Jay-Z,
Yep.
Beyonce, these power couples need to be leading by example. You know, it is time in our destiny through this world for us to say, we don't just need to support black businesses. Black businesses need to be integral to our society, to
Yep.
our
It
culture.
should be like the air we breathe. It should just be something, it's something. I have 13-year-old twins. One thing I have for them,
You
the
got
project they had to come up with is how they're going to
girl
start a business. And they're like, Mom, we
you
don't
got
have
twin
anything.
girls or twin boys?
They're twin boys. They're 13. And I said, guys, you have to come to me with what business you're going to start. You keep asking me for money. Tell me what business you're going to start. And it's like, it's so funny hearing them trying to brainstorm what they want to do. But like listening to them, it was so funny because the first thing they said, I want to be a YouTuber. And I said, well, what was that entail? Okay, tell me what you're going to do on YouTube. What are you going to be talking about? Like, they're so irritated with this because every time they come back to me with an answer, I keep asking them questions and questions because I'm trying to get them in that mindset. Like, money don't grow on trees, but at the same time, you can create something right now at this house that you can either sell, you know.
You know, the whole
So
idea of
again,
multi-level marketing, you sell to friends and family.
yes,
You sell to friends and family. And I think that kind of limited the kids ideology, because Saffron, we set up multi-level marketing for distribution, not because we really thought y'all were going to sell and become millionaires, but we knew that we got money off of every sale you did.
right.
It was a distribution chain for us. So if you understand the
Yes.
dynamics of that, multi-level marketing is not going to make you rich.
Yep.
It may give you a little side hustle, but at the end of the day, we have to look at the mainstream nature of. I mean, imagine. I'm not juicy. Only reason I met Mark Cuban is because I went to Duke, and Mike Sorrell, president of Paul Quinn College, went to Duke. So we had a nice little meeting, and he said, the one thing I don't understand is, why is it that every business plan I see from African Americans talks about how much African American demographic will buy of this particular product? What market share will they get? He goes, I'm not African American. I'm not a female. I don't know what females like. I usually send my secretary to buy something nice for my wife. So you have to know your audience. When you're going in there with that businessman, do your homework. He wanted to invest in hoe cakes, not because it was owned by a black woman, but because people liked the idea of hoe cakes. They tasted good and they were funny to say. So it had a broad appeal. People were willing to drive 90 minutes to get a hoe cake. Bring back some hoe cakes. So these are the things that we have to understand as African Americans. We can start a black business, but expand your export of your product. Expand that. don't worry about buying black unless we're looking at the distribution chain, building a black distribution chain, not just running to a black beauty shop instead of Regis. You know, I'm sorry.
Right.
That's the way we have to get our mentality in. And like I said, we can have more conversations about the path towards reuniting our community. Because
Right.
when we desegregated, we thought we had to break up our community. We broke up our backbone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We cut our arms and legs off from each other from the past generations. We need that strength to keep standing. A tree grows based on its roots getting nutrients. We need both our roots as well as our limbs and our leaves reaching up toward the sun to grow. That's just a very simple thing. We need both. You know, the Lincoln W.E. Du Bois debates, excuse me, I had 3 strokes. The W.E. Du Bois debates did us a disservice. We said, well, the talented 10th is where it's at. And whereas,
whereas, and we just forgot everybody else. I agree with that.
We need trade.
Yes.
We need workers.
That's that whole manufacturing piece. That's what I said. Exactly. That's the industry. You got to get an industry.
And we can make that whole distribution model. We can all work together. We do need, every business needs accountants, lawyers. Every professional needs healthcare workers. They need to keep healthy. They need cooks. They need dietitians. Come on, we can do all of this. We can provide that network within ourselves. And yes, if we have to borrow some of the capital, there's no shame in that. Look how much money the U.S. borrows from China, how much money they borrow from the Caribbean.
Right.
They pay some of it back, but okay, fine. It's about everybody growing. I mean, they ain't going to be mad about us borrowing money to start a business in our neighborhood that manufactures something that they need. We'll create jobs for ourselves. We'll better our culture. We just need to integrate back to the business models that we had, the distribution models. I mean, yeah, we got some bad businesses, but the laws of supply and demand, they'll run them out of the hood just like they would anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You know, I love the Shark Bar up in Chicago. I mean, it's a damn shame I had to fly up from Dallas to go to the Shark Bar, but I would fly up and pop up for that meatloaf in a heartbeat. You see how
it is good, too hilarious.
But we can have 4- and 5-star restaurants. I mean, we like eating out. We like, sometimes you just want to be with our own.
Yes, I agree.
And we can start change. I wanted the Sharks Bar all over the United States. I wanted to be like Papa Do's. You know, hey, if there's some white people in there, that's fine.
Yes.
I just know it's going to be mostly me and mine. So since I see we're about 15 seconds out, I want to say, Pauline, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, me too. I enjoyed this.
Together.
I know. I'm so glad he brought us together. I don't know what to do.
It's been such a pleasure. So everyone out there in Nichelle's world, tune into Nichelle's world.
You're on YouTube, right?
We gotta go. Yeah, YouTube, Nichelle's world.
Okay, I got you.
I'm just starting because my kids are tired of me talking to them. I gotta talk to somebody else.
That is going to be time. So we're going to go into closing statements. We let off with Lady Nichelle. So for closing arguments, we're going to lead off with Lady Paulina. Hold on. Let me
I just want to say this. Thank you so much, X, for this opportunity to share my opinion. I will just reiterate to your audience that I do believe that integration is necessary for certain portions of our community. I do believe that we need to maintain a solvency in who we are as the Black culture within our Black race. I do believe we need to take the information that we learn, integrating into these companies, integrating into different schools, and bring that back to the community, that information that is helpful to the community to invest in our community. I support supporting Black businesses, buy Black, find Black vendors, find Black builders. But I also support, holding them accountable to being excellent in the service that they perform. I believe that the next generation is going to require us to focus more on economics and education, developing a strong entrepreneurship base, and not focusing so much on everyone having to be parochially or educated. We need the doctors, we need the attorneys, we need the business people, but we also need those people that are going to put in the grind, the manufacturers, the laborers, the carpenters, the electricians, to make sure that all of this can work. Because we can't have a highly educated culture technically and then miss the technical skills that's required to make all the widgets and all the products we need to develop. We need to get beyond producing hair care products. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm talking about weave products, okay? We need to get beyond that weave industry, because I notice a lot of young persons are starting business in that arena and start searching for other avenues to start businesses that will keep us sustained. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a job, if you don't have a service to provide, the last thing that you will be trying to spend money on is buying a weave. I'm just saying. So that's all I have to say. But again, thank you guys so much. Please subscribe to my channel, Paulina Johnson, MBA. Thank you so much, Nachael. It was just an honor to have this discussion with you. Sister, I am so proud of you. You inspired me today. I said, I love how we were able to debate, share our different opinions, but still find common ground.
Likewise, Paula, it's been such a wonder. Okay, everyone out there, please go and subscribe to Nachelle's World. I'm new. My youngest daughter, just graduated from high school yesterday. So I'm finally getting time. I done it. All three are college bound. Two of the twins are already in college. So y'all, please, I have time on my hands to rant and talk. So what I'm saying is, integration was a mistake in the sense that it cut us off from our roots. We got to go back to our roots. We got to understand that we are survivors, that we can work together. We work together. Don't worry about whether they work together against us, because how does it say, no shield formed against you shall prosper? That was our roots talking to us. That's how we made it through slavery. That's how we made it through segregation. But the problem, we fell apart when we got integrated, and we thought the grass was greener on the other side, and we lost all of our whole production chain, so that we are totally dependent on somebody supplying us with food and clothing, supplying us with a job. It is much better to build up generational wealth. Don't think you can just do the stock market, own somebody else's company. Actually, what you're doing is gambling, because half of y'all talking about you invest in the stock market, you're not really looking at the portfolio. You're not looking at the press releases. You're not looking at the annual reports. You're not looking at the SK statements. There are a lot of things that you're missing out on. You're blindly trusting another man to manage your money, so that your money could actually just passively grow. That's really ambitious in the negative shares. Donald Trump, look at him. He made a lot of money. Barack Obama made a lot of money. Now reinvest that money back into your community, in your cousins, your aunts. If you start your own business, that's where you should begin when you're thinking about hiring people. Not everybody is going to be a leader. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians is a recipe for disaster. We have to learn to trust each other. Go back and build our system. We are in charge, not them, not the media. We have YouTube. We have our own media channel right here today. Instead of sitting up there watching something about love and hip hop where you're not learning anything, it's not helping you to prosper, then you have a problem. You should be trying to grow. You should be helping your kids grow. You shouldn't be saying, why don't they provide this for us? It is, how can we provide this for us? What you want your kids to have, get with other like-minded individuals. Say, this is what I want my kids to be watching. This is what I want my kids to be reading. Get with other like-minded individuals. Use your phone for more than just checking out the crazy things that are going on around the world. Use your phone to find out information, to make contacts that you can work together with to find what you want. This has been so informative because yes, we do need to sometimes borrow on the skills of others, but we don't need to try to imitate them, because what we're going to emulate is our own strength and our own virtues that we came out the way we built Black Wall Street back in the day. We can do it. It was a very simple philosophy that there were things that we needed, there were things that other people needed, but we had the talent and skill. We forget often in the Black community we have transferable skills. We have a lot of talent. We don't have to entertain each other. We don't have to entertain them in order to make money. But if we do, if that's the first part of our path, then diversify. Use that money to invest in other companies that can expand your demographic reach. That is the whole thing. That we need to build our own supply chains. We need our own source of information for us and our children. That is the only way that we can really grow. And our families, we need to get our families back intact. We need our communities. You know, there's nothing like having Black communities. But if you say, I don't want to move back into a Black community because someone might break into my house, invest in security, invest in insurance. If you paid up your insurance, buy a gun. Everyone should have a couple of guns. Buy guns, get insurance, move back into those neighborhoods. Lead by example. Not all Black neighborhoods are bad. I said there are a lot of wealthy Black neighborhoods. There are a lot of middle-class Black neighborhoods. But there's safety and security in building back up our culture. And we were hoodwinked into thinking that we had to shop at these larger franchise stores. They took out the white man's small businesses too. It was by design that we are now seeing it as this coronavirus plays out. There's lack of toilet paper even in some of the places. There's lack of meat. We don't have a source of meat. We don't have chickens in our backyard anymore. We don't have plants growing on the side, collard greens and things like that we can eat. We have to get back to the basics. Integration was a mistake. We went too far. It should have limits to it. We can export to them. That's fine. We can even borrow from them. We can use them for some of our supplies. But our ultimate goal should be to build up a strong supply chain to rectify what happened when we tried to integrate. You don't have to go to a white church to prove that you are something or somebody. There are plenty of great Black churches out there, committed churches, but make sure those churches you're going to are churches that are giving back to the community and not giving to Maserati, Rolex, and all, a few high-end manufacturers of designer products. So on that note, everyone, it's been a pleasure. Check out Nachael's World. Please like this. And if you have any questions or you want to hear answered, please share the world.
And that's going to wrap up the first female debate on the Hours of Power debates. Well done, ladies. Well done. Well done. Well done. Usually about this time,
thank you for having us.
We absolutely. We take a poll, but both of you have to agree to the poll or we don't do it. It's up to you. You both have to agree to it.
Tay.
Yes? No?
Of course.
Lady Nachael, you? Yes? No? Yes.
Okay, what's the poll?
The poll is the audience votes. The audience votes on who wins. Who won. You both have to agree to it, though.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yes? No?
If that keeps the debate going, absolutely. You can have a poll.
All right. Votes. Put a P in the chat if you believe Lady Paulina won. Put an N in the chat if you believe Lady Nachael won. P for Lady Paulina. N for Lady Nachael. Come on, slow typing folks. A P in the
Come on,
chat.
see, in. Come on, y'all. Let's end it. End this out. Let's end this out. Get it? End this out.
N P. Come on. Slow typing Negroes. Hurry up.
Come on, ends. Come on. We're trying to end this out. End this out.
P, another N. N. Damn, y'all slow. Come on. P. P. Don't be voting twice. I see that,
love these
Brother
chat
Jonathan.
rooms. Your chat.
I see that, Brother Jonathan. You ain't slick. I see that shit.
Philly Vision, you absolutely right. Thank you, King.
Say P N N. Come on. Slow typing ass Negroes. Come on. Because right now it's kind of looking like a draw. I think Lady Nachael might have pulled it out.
Come on, y'all. Keep the in.
Yeah, it's looking like Lady Nachael. She might have edged it.
Woo!
I think Lady Nachael
Paulina on the
edged
same page. We want the best for our. We want the best.
Edged it. I'm gonna call it for Lady Nachael. Looks like Lady Nachael edged it out.
Thank you
It
out
was
there,
close.
YouTubers. Thank you. Thank you, YouTubers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Close. It was close though. I don't know what you ladies look like. I don't know what you ladies look like on time, but what we usually do after the debates is we we take some questions from the chat room if you ladies have time. I don't know if you have time or not.
I'm available.
Yes, no. Okay.
I
How about you, Lady Nachael?
I'm going another 13 minutes.
Okay.
Let's go another 13 minutes. How's that sound?
All right. Well, y'all know how it goes.
Questions from the chat.
Yep. You got questions for the debaters. Y'all know how we do it. Those questions are to be super chatted or cash apped. Don't think it's different because there's ladies up here. Same rules apply. You got questions for the debaters. They are to be cash apped or super chatted. And hurry up, because y'all know I don't keep my debaters here. If y'all don't ask for no questions, I let them go. So if you have questions for my debaters, now's the time to shoot them up. Now's the time. Come on. Y'all know how we do it here.
They don't have any questions.
Y'all know how we do it here. Because if not, I'm going to let them go, y'all.
Come on, y'all. Y'all have to have some questions. I'm ready for the next time. If y'all want to come back on the show and have specific
yeah, well,
ways of
you're welcome back on here. Hold on.
Opportunity zones and all that. That would be a whole show.
Hold on a damn second. Both of you ladies are welcome back on here. But goddamn, Lady Nachael, you hear me? Lady Nachael. The next time you come back on here, you better have put a damn battery in that goddamn smoke alarm, lady, because that thing is driving me bananas. Every 5 minutes, beep.
Okay.
Beep. Beep. The next time you come on here, I'm gonna sit here and listen
I
for
gotta
like
figure out which
5
one it
minutes
is.
to make sure I don't hear that damn fire alarm. God damn it, because that shit is like beep, beep. That shit driving me crazy. It ain't even in my house. Under that, that's the
Lord, y'all
only
forgive
way
me.
I'm letting you come back on here. That's
Okay,
the only way I'm letting you come
take it.
back on here. You got to have
Did
a
I tell you I had 3
battery in
kids,
that
3
damn
dogs,
smoke
and a cat?
alarm late in the show.
3
I'm
dogs
gonna get
and a
it. I'll
cat.
get it. 3 dogs, 3 kids, and a cat. So it's
Come on.
always
What
some noise
about
going on. I
I
apologize.
so
got
you
some
said you have
questions for
twins
my
as well?
debaters.
Yes, twin daughters.
Oh my, are they
They're
fraternal or
18.
identical?
Fraternal. One has green eyes, one has
Oh,
brown eyes. The baby has a
oh
hazel eyes,
my
bring it all together.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you know right away they were going to be twins?
They're 14 months apart. Yes, we knew
Oh,
at 6 weeks that they were.
oh my
Come
gosh.
on.
Just didn't know if they were girls or boys. So we
Oh
got
my
girls,
God.
and it's been knowing I don't like common hair, and I got 3 girls,
Oh
a
my
head full of
God.
hair.
Oh
You
my
want to
gosh.
trade
Well, you
one?
That's
know,
amazing.
No, 13.
Tia and Tom, the old TPOT chat room is very stringent on what you can write in there. I mean, that's just the way it's set up. It is very stringent on what it's going to allow you to write. I'm just saying.
Jonathan's so funny.
Oh, good look. Good look on that super chat, Philly Vision. Good look on that, brother. Appreciate that, man.
He
Appreciate
said
that
they sent it to
cash
you.
app, brother. Appreciate that cash app, brother. Good look on that. Come on. I know you got some questions for my debaters, because if you don't, guess what? I'm going to let them go. Because I ain't asking them shit. I ain't
Right.
reading no questions unless they super chatty. Y'all know how we do it here. We do it the same all the time, every week. We ain't changing the rules, damn it. Come on. I don't know. I guess I'm
Are
going to
your
have to
twins
let the ladies
identical?
go.
Miss Paulina,
Fraternal.
before we go, are your twins fraternal?
Fraternal.
Do you,
Fraternal.
do you,
I'm going to
just
ask
out of curiosity, because
to
my
give us
neighbor
our
was,
email address so we can
okay,
exchange information.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, if y'all want to hang out, y'all can hang out, but they already know. They ain't getting to ask no questions unless they super chat them or cash app. They
No,
already
I
know the
was going
deal.
to say, definitely write down my email address and send me an email and I'll send you my contact information. So it's Paulina, M as in money, A as in always, Johnson@gmail.com. Paulina, Paulina, MA Johnson@gmail.com. It doesn't let you put email addresses in the chat box.
Well, you know, the TPOT chat is very stringent. It's a very stringent thing. It's very stringent. It's very stringent.
nothing wrong with that.
It's very,
Well,
it's very
again, I'm
stringent.
so proud to be on here, and this is a talk that needed to be had, especially right now at this time. So everyone, my parting words are going to be, please stay safe. Yes, the coronavirus is disproportionately affecting us. It said something about our healthcare system. It does seem like they're beginning to level out, but basic precautions. We went through this during the 1918 with the Spanish flu. Our black men learned how to tip their hats to stay safe. They learned how to wear gloves. Gloves became a fashion statement for both men and women. When you went out in public, you wore gloves. You wore fashion gloves when you went out to eat because you were going to be handling the forks and the knives that the workers had been handling. So just stay safe. There's no shame in social distancing. You want to be close to your family, but social distance from strangers. Stay safe. I love you. Michelle's World's out.
Hold on, before you leave, Lady Nichelle, I just want to say, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being part of the first female debate. We've done, I don't know how many of these damn things. I think we've done about 35 of them. And this was the first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page. This one is for the record books. This is going to be a classic. I know it. And I appreciate you coming on here. All right.
Thank you. God bless. Stay safe, everyone.
Peace. And same goes for you, Lady Paulina. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time to do this, being part of this. This is something that I've been trying to, give the brothers for a while. They've been asking me about this for months, and I'm glad I could finally bring it to them. And who knows, I may be hitting you up in the future, for another one. Check you out with your schedule and all that kind of stuff. But I appreciate you coming on for the first TPOT YouTube page female debate. I do. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless.
All right. Peace. Yeah. One in the books, folks. The first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page, it went pretty good. We had some snafus in the beginning and the timekeeper. I don't know what the hell happened to her, but yeah, man, it worked out pretty good, man. It was pretty calm. It was very controlled. It was very very adult, very mature, very laid back. It didn't get out of hand. Yeah, I could see me doing another one. I could see me doing another female debate. As long as the women come on and act the way these two ladies acted tonight. It's gotta be in this mold. Yeah, it's gotta be in this mold. Because I can't have, the ratchetness and the yelling and screaming and hoop. Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. If y'all got ladies who want to debate, or you're a lady out there that wants to debate, this is how they have to be conducted, because I expect the same thing from the ladies that I get from the brothers. All right. I expect the same thing from the ladies that I get from the brothers. The ladies followed the rules like they were supposed to. They laid out their premises. They didn't do a lot of talking over each other. I mean, I guess because of, the type of women that they are. I mean, they MBAs and lawyers and shit. So, they have an understanding of things. But it was very calm. It was very, laid back. And it was a good debate, man. So, like I said, I could see me doing another one, because, here, it's usually the brothers. It's usually the brothers. But it was good. It was decent, man. It was good. Y'all say that Lady Nichelle won. And I go along with y'all. I don't second guess y'all. Y'all say Lady Nichelle pulled it out. So there it was. Lady Nichelle is the winner of the first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page. Yeah. But y'all know we did the debate league draft the other day, right? And everybody's got their teams picked so far. Y'all saw my man Jay Shine. He was up here earlier and he was getting his final picks. So y'all know that we're going to be doing some dual debates. We're going to be doing some 2-on-2s, some 3-on-3s. We're going to be doing some team debates because I have started the TPOT debate league. So y'all already know what it is. You have let me give y'all the synopsis of the teams once again. We have Team Fantastic. We have Team Ramil. We have Team BMT, Team Trey, Team BMT, and Team J Shine. They all have full rosters and they all are pretty top loaded with good debaters. So look forward to some good debates coming down the pipe, man. I'm telling you. Because everybody has a really, really good team. I don't think one team is better than another. I really don't. I mean, they all have pretty good guys on their team. They do. So we're gonna be I don't know, we might do our first team debate coming this week, y'all. This Wednesday, we might have our first team debate. So look out for that. Yeah, look out for it, man. Be prepared to see that come down the pipe, man. It's gonna be good, man. It is. I got some good shit coming for y'all, man. As it gets warmer, cause I gotta try to keep y'all watching something, cause now the states have opened everything up. Y'all ass ain't gonna be home no more watching these damn debates. So I gotta make it a little more interesting, so y'all are freaking watch the shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good Hey, what's good, Stoic? Yeah, man, you missed it. You missed the first female debate on the TPOT YouTube page, man. You missed it. It was pretty good too. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Good shit tonight, man. I'm glad everybody came out. For those of you who stuck around, man, I appreciate it. I mean, good stuff tonight, man. And like I said, look forward to some more female debates. Brother BMT actually drafted a female on his team. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. He actually drafted Dana from the Real Dana show. He has her on his team. So I mean, it's gonna be some interesting stuff, man. And like I said, we might have our first team debate Wednesday night. So look out for the thumbnail and have your black behinds here, man, Wednesday night. Because y'all know every Wednesday night we throw down on the TPOT YouTube page. All right. All right. But what I need you to do right now is get your black behinds down to Facebook. The Facebook page is Prophet of Thought, one word, series. The next word on Facebook. It's a community page. Go ahead, like the page, share the page, follow the page. You can even catch up with old X down there. All you got to do is drop me a line, and I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. You can find out what's going on the TPOT YouTube page down there as well. And while you're down there on Facebook, go ahead, request to be a member of the Proper Thought Series fan group page. That's the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in there quick. If you have any problems, just drop me a line. I'll make sure you get in there. It's a fan group page, so it's a bunch of folks down there, posting and typing, and so you ain't got to just listen to old X run his mouth all the time, because there's other fools down there running their old mouths too. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Go ahead, follow us on Instagram. You are guaranteed to get a follow back. And we got to end the night like this. Get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at TPOT Media on Twitter. That's at TPOT Media on Twitter. Go ahead. Follow us on Twitter. Because if you don't, I'm going to go and haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams tonight. And when I'm done with her, I'm going down to her basement and I'm coming for you next. So once again, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. The people in the chat room, man, my moderators always doing what they got to do. But most importantly, man, I want to thank you for hanging out with us, spending some time with us and watching us. It's always a pleasure to be up here with you good folks. Y'all already know what it is. So, and also, don't forget, I also want to thank my debaters, Lady Paulina Johnson and Lady Nachael Foster, for giving us the first female debate on the page. So, with that, I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Oh, wrong sound effect. I know I still had that shit set up there. Wrong sound. Wrong sound effect, folks. Let me try this again. I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. The prophet of thought.
Peace, folks.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. The prophet of thought. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. The prophet of thought. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. The prophet of thought. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Prophet of Thought. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind.
Only from the Prophet of Thought series media.
Open your minds.